to that beat. Rock it.
Oh.
He gets into the wall. Dylan's gonna win it at the line.
Well, that wasn't pretty. Well, you know, I mean, it looks bad, but like, as long as, you know, nobody told him to do it, that's probably gonna be okay. I can't imagine Austin Dillon would do that intentionally or anything. Oh, wait, what? Oh, we have onboard video. Okay, well, we got the radio too, so this is great. He couldn't have wrecked him on purpose. I don't think he would have done that. I don't think he would have done that. Oh, you're not going to make the corner.
Down, 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 run him down, back in, come on, come on, come on, come on,
oh.
back in.
Oh no. Oh, that's a bad look. Oh, that's a real bad look. So now's a bad time to tell you that I just took a job as Austin Dillon's.
Ray, we're the winner.
Okay, no need for the language. Now's a bad time to tell you that I just took a job as new PR director of Richard Childress Racing's number 3 car. This is bad. Geez, I did not expect to have to deal with this on my first week of the job. Hi, hello, welcome to Tuesday Night iRacing. It is August 13th, 2024, and we are coming off a pretty wild race at Richmond in the NASCAR Cup Series. Summer break, the Olympic break is over. Huh. What a break from the break that was. What a race that was on Sunday night. We're gonna talk about that tonight. NASCAR is going to Michigan. We still have no idea if Austin Dillon's suspended or if he's gonna be getting a penalty. If the win's gonna, well, he'll probably keep the win, but yeah, it kind of opens up the Pandora's box. There's been a discussion over the last few years of, is NASCAR drivers, like, are everybody, how far is too far? Is kind of like the discussion this week, because I look at it this way, okay, and going back to, I deleted the tab. Darn, I closed the tab. Geez, I can't believe I closed the tab. But anyways, basically the way that I look at it is this. And I'm old school, okay? I've been watching auto racing for 30 years. I've been watching NASCAR for 30 years. It's one of my earliest memories is watching Sterling Marlin win the 1995 Daytona 500, okay? I am a old school NASCAR fan. I love auto racing, and I love specifically the National Association of Stock Car Auto Racing. Now, I say that to state this. I watched Dale Earnhardt race. I remember vividly the 1999 Bristol night race. Terry Labonte, fresh tires, cuts through the entire field with 10 to go, gets all the way to the lead. Earnhardt dumps him in turn 2 and wins the race. And it might be the first time I ever remember Dale Earnhardt just getting overwhelmingly booed. And Chocolate Myers, ironically the 3 car, Chocolate Myers, Dale Earnhardt's longtime gas man, said the story that they had to change clothes before they left the Bristol Motor Speedway because they were afraid to go out in their GM Goodwrench gear. Anyways, I say that to say I've watched auto racing my entire life. I've watched NASCAR racing my whole life. So I've seen a lot. I don't miss a race, except for when I'm at another race, then I miss a race. I think the thing that pisses people off is that he wrecked 2 people. If you wreck 1, we kind of expect it. That's the way stock car racing works. You could dump somebody for the win. We'll probably be like, wow, that was chicken shit, but okay, good job. The thing that pisses everybody off and why we have such a discourse on it this week is he wrecked 2 people on purpose to win the race. And I don't think I've ever seen that. That looked like whenever you watch a video, like whenever you play like one of the old NASCAR games as a kid and you're like, no, I'm winning this race. And you go, bam, 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 like that's kind of like what that was. And that was just disgusting. Honestly, it was rather repugnant, but a lot of people are going, well, that's the system. That's what you have to do in this playoff system. No, I don't think it's called common respect, common decency. What I think is going to happen is they're going to give Dillon the win. He'll probably keep the playoff spot, but they're going to give him a shit ton of penalty points, and he's going to be screwed for the round of 16. That's what I honestly think is going to happen. But yeah, I should say hi to all of you. All of you are watching. Hi, Shane, Patch, Reska, Frankie popped in. Thank you, Frankie, for saying you're not a good bean and Dillon is not. I appreciate that. I am not a douchebag. Yeah, I appreciate that. He was already screwed for the round.
We have Cliff Daniels joining us.
Hello, I'm Cliff Daniels, crew chief for Kyle Larson in the NASCAR Cup Series. We were just at Richmond Raceway on Sunday night, You know, Kyle had a pretty okay run. We were really bad in practice, but we ended up qualifying halfway decent. I don't even know where exactly we finished. I should probably pay attention to that more. Dylan, you know, I get it. He's got to make the playoffs. He's got to make a move to get to the playoffs. I wouldn't have done it, but he did. So now he made his bed. He's going to have to lie in it. Speaking of which, my dog has a bed. Do you know what my dog's name is? It's Batman.
But he was already screwed for the round of 16. I mean, yeah. And we can have the argument of the point system's weird, and a driver who's 32nd in points can make the playoffs, and yeah, it's kind of fucked up, but it'd be like that sometimes. But I mean, Dylan has won 5 races in his career, and 3 of them he's flat out wrecked somebody to do it, which is more an indictment on Austin than it is anything else. So, yeah, we move on, though.
Let's be victorious today.
Whoa. Let's be
Partly
victorious.
cloudy, 80.6 Fahrenheit,
Let's move on,
air,
though.
and
We
109
are
Fahrenheit
back
around
at the
the track.
grind. We are
Next
at
race in
Michigan
27
this
minutes.
weekend
15
for
registered.
the NASCAR Cup Series. We got 13 races to go. And the Xfinity Series is back from their summer break. They're at Michigan with the Cup Series. Now, in the real world, and I don't know about iRacing, but in the real world, we're going to be running the Super Speedway package in the Xfinity Series at Michigan. So, I don't think we have it in iRacing, but it will be with the Super Speedway packages. I think they're straight up going to have restrictor plates on the cars and everything, and I don't think it's going to put on the best race, but I think in iRacing we have all the regular Speedway package, so should be fun. Michigan International Speedway. We used to come here twice a year. This is one of those tracks where they took 2 dates and got rid of one of them and moved it over to somewhere interesting and got rid of one because nobody went to the races here. And this is another track where I think it's a good idea to go to one date, even though I've been to Michigan. I went to Michigan, God, it was 12 years ago now at this point, but I love Michigan. Really cool racetrack, really fast, sweeping oval, and with it being near Detroit, the teams take Michigan very seriously because now that there's only one race a year, they all compete for the Manufacturer's Trophy, which is pretty cool. It's a competition between Ford, Chevy, and Toyota, and the 3 manufacturers pour some extra resources to try and win in their backyard for Ford and Chevy, and for Toyota, spoil the party in the Motor City, because as you know, Toyota is Japanese, but they do have an American base of operations, but it's not in Detroit, it's in Texas. But yeah, 2 Mile Oval, this is kind of a unique racetrack now. We used to go to, whoop, scraped the wall. But we used to go to Michigan twice, and we used to go to Fontana twice. Then they got rid of one of the Fontana dates, and now they got rid of the Michigan spring date, and now we don't even go to Fontana anymore. So this is the only 2 Mile D-shaped oval in the season.
1 year.
That's it. This is the only one. This place is wild. It's cool. It's fast. It's flat. Super speed, like not super speedway style, but drafting is super important here. Super important. You got to have the slipstream to work with it. You got to stay out of the wall here, and it'll be a pretty exciting race on Thursday when we come here with NIS. We're gonna dust ourselves off and try and win another one. Or try and have a good finish in NIS when they had NIS here on Thursday. I remember when CART and IndyCar raced here, the Michigan 500 was poggers. I'm telling you, I went to the 2012 August Cup race here, and that was fresh off the repave. And that was when they were doing 220 going into turn 1. And the whole time I'm there and watching it, I'm just going, How fast was Cart going here? And I mean, you could look it up. They were doing 245 in the corner. It was wild just how fast the cars were in Champ Car and Cart back in the day. Like Indy cars are insane speed. Champ cars in the mid-90s were even more insane. The amount of speed that they had was wild. But ironically enough, we're approaching what? 15 years since there has been an IndyCar race at Michigan. 241.428. We've played that clip. I'm pretty sure we played that clip on stream before of Jill DeFerrin's qualifying record from Cart at California in 2001. It's crazy how fast it was. It was a wild track for IndyCar back in the day. Of course, though, I don't think you're going to see IndyCar back here for a while. This is a track that's owned by NASCAR proper now, and NASCAR doesn't tend to play nice with their venues with other series. Unless it's a road course, which is unfortunate. So I don't know if you're going to see IndyCar back here. I do think IndyCar needs more ovals. I do agree. I think they're kind of getting there, though. Milwaukee's back on the calendar. I wish that they were able to make Texas work, but they weren't able to, which is kind of a bummer. But they got some ovals. I would like to see more. I think everybody would like to see more. They got Nashville on the schedule now. So we shall see. I think Penske's adamant about getting ovals on the schedule. So, but yeah, pretty wild NASCAR race on Sunday night, huh? And what's buried in between all of that with the NASCAR race on Sunday was we had tires. There was tire strategy like it's Formula One. We had options and primes, which was pretty wild to have that be a thing where like you could strap on a set of softs and go through the field like Suarez did. I'd like to see it again. I'd like to see him do it a bit more. I'd also like to see them just go, that's the new primary tire. The new soft tire is the new primary tire. And then they go to a softer, even softer compound for the soft tires. I'd like to see the tires stay like that. Like have the option tire. I think it made for a really interesting race, in a race that typically is not that interesting. Richmond hasn't really been the crash bang, thank you ma'am kind of race that it's been in the past for a while now. So I'd like to see it back. I'd like to see them do it again. There's been people going, I don't know, because the obvious thought is do it at Martinsville and Phoenix, but do you want to do this again in the playoffs in the round of 8 and then the championship race? Like, that's the other question is, do you want to open that Pandora's box of doing that? I think you run it back at Martinsville. I don't think you do it at Phoenix. I think you kind of meet in the middle there. And then in 2025, you go all the short tracks. We're bringing an option tire. And kudos to Goodyear and NASCAR real quick, because like they could have went and said, no, we're not going to do this. We tried it at the All-Star race. It didn't really work. Nobody did it. We didn't really see the results that we wanted to. But they at least realized North Wilkesboro had just gotten repaved. North Wilkesboro also was ran at night, and the tires weren't wearing. So they at least tried it again at Richmond. I thought it was good. I like to see more of it. But like I said, I don't think they're going to do it at Phoenix. I think they'll do it at Martinsville, though. Something has to be done for Martinsville. Martinsville is easily the most boring short track with the next gen. So it is funny though, because the next gen at Richmond has not been good. They find a way to make Richmond really interesting with a really interesting race despite not having any natural cautions until 2 to go. And we're gonna lose a date at Richmond anyways because we're gonna go to Mexico City and they're getting the Richmond date. It's kind of funny how it's just like, wow, that was great. Too bad your spring date's going to Mexico. So yeah, we move on. 3 races to go till the NASCAR playoffs. We're at Michigan this weekend. I love Michigan. I have some great memories of my trip to Michigan when I came here 12 years ago. Oh my god, I'm getting old. 12 years ago. I remember I came here with a friend, and we got here, and it was the year that my favorite driver at the time, Truex, finally had a good season and showed up and was going to make the chase. And he did make the chase that year. And I remember I finally saw other Truex fans, and I was like, oh, so now we have Truex fans. Okay, I see how it works. But I also remember about this race that I went to. This was the race where Mark Martin was trying to lap Bobby Labonte and Juan Pablo Montoya. And Montoya and Labonte were having this stupid dogfight for the lead. And they just kept blocking each other, and it just kept losing ground to the leader. And I remember Mark Martin was being chased down by Casey Kane, and Mark Martin had to make like a really evasive move to get around Labonte and Montoya, and he basically lost it off the corner off of 4, slid through the pits, and his car got impaled on the inside pit wall. It was wild. He basically, here, I'll show you when we get back to the other side here. He basically had this crazy accident where I don't think luckily he wasn't in the middle of a pit or right after a pit stop, but he basically came off of 4. I'm on a good lap actually, so let me finish this lap and then I'll show you.
Looking towards P21 now.
Yeah, this is a really good lap, so let me finish this one and then I'll check it. There we go. Gained 10 spots on the speed chart. We're 21st now. But yeah, like he had this crazy. He tried to pass Montoya, which was easier said than done. Montoya was difficult to pass back in the day, and Montoya will be back in NASCAR. He'll be at the Watkins Glen race. He'll be in the 2311 third car, the 50. All right, so yeah, like Mark lost it off of 4 like this. He kind of spun, kind of caught it, and then he basically slid sideways. And in fact, you can see they put a wall now. He basically impaled his car like this, except it was right behind the driver door. Actually, it was the other way. It was right behind the driver door. And it basically pierced the fuel tank, and it basically wedged the car on the axle. So like the axle was like penetrated by the pit wall. And I saw it in front of me. It was literally right in front of me. And I thought Mark Martin was dead. I looked at it. Yeah, like Overshot said. I looked at it and it sounded like a bomb went off. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And it caught fire, obviously. And Mark got out of it. And they had fire extinguishers on it right away and everything. And I'll never forget, I had my scanner. And it was when I used to only listen to the radio feed. I used to only listen to like the actual broadcast feed. Now I listen to a lot of just like car chatter when I go to races. I just kind of scan the whole bank and listen to everything. And Mark was, or not Mark, but Dave Moody of MRN Radio was You can, if you ever bring a scanner, you can listen to MRN during the commercial breaks. Like if you put in their frequency, you can hear when they go to commercial, you can still hear their host talking, which is great. And I wish more series did that. Looking at you, IndyCar. But they had, you know, that happen. And Dave Moody out during the commercial break went, I'm going to be honest with you. If he was 6 feet further forward, or 6 inches further forward, or like a foot further forward, and I was like, yep, he'd be dead. He would have gotten hit by a fucking pit wall. Like, impaled by a wall. Like, scary shit. So now, obviously, they put some jersey barriers next to the pit entrance to kind of prevent you from getting impaled like that. It's just one of those accidents where you look at it and you go, why wasn't there a wall there? And it was like, well, we didn't think to put a wall there. And then that's why we don't have a wall there. And now we do have a wall there. So, yeah, pretty wild. That happened in front of me. I remember that race. Jimmy Johnson blew an engine late. I was very happy about that. And Greg Biffle won it. And then we had checkers on the way home. I remember that. And I fell asleep in the back of my buddy's grandfather's. Oh God, what was it? It was like a Dodge Stratus or something. It was like just like an old ass Dodge that we drove in there with. God, what a time. I just remember we had Big Boy for breakfast. We had Big Boy. Because we were in Michigan, so it was like, let's get Big Boy. It was alright. Had some corned hash, it was great. I think that's my favorite thing about going to a race, and also what I'm very excited about going to Watkins Glen next month for the Cup race, because like I haven't been to a Cup race since pre-COVID, and I'm just slumming it this time. I don't have hot passes or nothing. I'm just going as a fan, which is great. And I remember like just that waking up on race morning, the sun's like super low in the air. It's cool but not hot yet. Everyone's chill. I got my country music playlist playing in the car, and just driving to the racetrack. I can't stress enough for any of you who have never been to a race, the joy, like the vibe of a beautiful morning, and you're driving to the racetrack for the actual main event, like the Sunday. Oh, immaculate vibes. Immaculate vibes. Nothing will ever match it. Hello, howdy Sailor, howdy Arctic Who Sky. Is it whiskey or Who Sky? Arctic Who Sky. Arctic Hooski. Hooski. I guess it would be Hooski. Welcome aboard. The drives to the track are some of my fondest memories. Such a sentimental thing. Absolutely. Absolutely. The vibes I got during or going to the Rolex for the first time this year. Yeah, the Rolex is such a vibe. The Rolex is a different thing. Because, like, I went and took a nap at the Airbnb when I went. And when I got back from the Airbnb at 3 in the morning, and you get out of your rental car and you close the door and you're hearing cars go around Daytona at 3 a.m. It's like, it's 3 a.m. Why are there cars going around? like your mind like detaches and you're like, whoa.
Arctic Wasky just followed.
Thank you for the follow, Arctic. Appreciate it. But yeah, that vibe of like just driving into a racetrack and hearing the cars go around at like 3 in the morning at the Rollie is fucking unmatched. But going back to what Shane said, it's such a sentimental thing, I can't explain it. I think the thing that also helped, or the other thing that like kind of helped, like made me appreciate it more, was after COVID. Especially where I live, right? Like, we lost big league racing for an additional year than most people did in America. In America, most people lost their 2020 race schedule. Canada, we mostly lost 2021. I didn't get to see quote-unquote big league race cars until 2021 Labor Day weekend. And that was for the Pinty series, which I don't even consider big league. And it was just wild. Like, that drive into a racetrack in the morning is so appreciated. Like, I cherish that more than anybody would really know. Like, that immaculate vibe driving in. You might have a coffee in the passenger or in the cup holder. I usually have a Monster. But that vibe of like, we're gonna go here, we're going to this racetrack and we're gonna have fun today, is just amazing. Quick question: what is big league racing in Canada, if I may ask? Always been curious on that. Big league racing in Canada, there's a few series that are big here. Like, the biggest one is probably the NASCAR Canada series, which is NASCAR's regional division that runs in Canada. They mostly run in Ontario, Quebec, a little bit out in the Atlantic provinces of Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. They do have a little bit of a West Coast swing where they go to Alberta, but for the most part, they stay in Ontario and Quebec. A lot of the racing is concentrated in Ontario and Quebec, just because that's the big population center, and that's where that's where a lot of the people live, right? So, we have a really good sports car series that's kind of on the come up the last few years. It's called the Sports Car Championship of Canada. I really like it. It's kind of like Michelin Pilot Challenge in the sense that it's GT4 and TCRs and the SRO TCA class. So that's a lot of fun to watch. They usually have some really bad races though. But I support it because it's an attempt to make a sports car series work in Canada, and they have about like 20 cars on the grid, which is pretty good. There's the Radical Cup series. 1600s are pretty big, F1600s. We have a pretty bitchin' super production series that's kind of cool. It's kind of like an SCCA showroom stock type series. Nissan Sentra Cup is kind of funny. It's a one-make series that's only Nissan Sentras. It used to be Nissan Micra Cup, and they used to race just Micras. It was pretty awesome like that. Ooh! Ah, darn. Darn. Thought I could catch it. But for the most part, that's pretty much it around here as far as like big road races. So I'm about 1 hour from Ontario, and I've been wondering if it's road racing or mixed. So it's kind of a both. We do have some big oval series too. We have like the APC Tour, which is
2 on track.
which is a pro late model tour. So it's
We're clear.
super late model bodies, but with like a late model stock motor. That mostly runs on like pavement ovals around here. I live near a few dirt tracks, so we have like the 360 Knights of Thunder series, which is 360 sprints. You don't get a lot of 410s in Canada. It's mostly 360 sprints. We do have some crate sprints, which is pretty wild because they run a 502 crate, but in a sprint car. It's kind of a unique little thing. Your typical short track around here has your typical divisions. 358 big blocks. We do have some late models that run around here. Street stocks, thunder stocks, you know, like your 4-cylinder bang bangers. So yeah, I really think that we have racing divisions that are pretty much on par with your local short tracks in America, but it's kind of got its own little flavor to it in some aspects. No, I love questions. Please give me more questions. I noticed that iRacing is bringing a micro thing from what I read. What do you think about that? Oh, are you talking about the mini stocks? We have micro sprints already, which I don't really race because I don't race on dirt. But we are getting a mini stock in the next build. I think it's cool. I think it's great. They're finally kind of padding out the local short track aspect of the series of the service, because there are some divisions like, yeah, most racetracks have a street stock division. Most tracks have a late model division. Most tracks have that, but like a lot of the tracks I go to have a mini stock division that runs 4 cylinders and sound like shit and usually have the shittiest features, but they got them. I don't know, what are those based on? Do you know by any chance? They're probably based, I think the one on iRacing specifically is going to be based off Fox body Mustangs. So it's like a 2.3 liter Ford engine with, it's made to look like an 80s Mustang, like the Mustang 2, like, you know, like the shitty compact Mustangs. Because most stock cars, like at the local level, like local division cars like that, they usually just stay with the same body styles than that they used back in the 80s, because nobody evolves on bodies. Spawn in the street stocks, yeah, they're basically like, if you look at the ladder of like what you drive in racing on ovals, if you're in iRacing and like looking for the like where it would slot in, it's basically in between, it's above Legends cars, but below street stocks, I guess is probably the best way to put it. So it's probably like your number 2 car, because you would go, yeah, they kind of look like Bandoleros a little bit. It would go somewhere like Legends is like, if we're going by like, I'm using iRacing as a realistic, how I would go through the oval ladder. You would go Legends cars, then you would go mini stocks, street stocks, and then you can kind of go late model stock, super late model, truck, Xfinity car, cup car, if you want to go down that route. And then there's some off branches, right? Like, oh, well, what if you want to race modifieds? Well, SK and Tour modified are probably at the same level as the late models. So there's levels to the shit. Setup's a little loose. It's going to be fun to drive tonight. I think we're going to have to really battle hard. It's 65 lap race, which is a decent amount. It's a decent amount. Probably going to have to pit once. And we'll see how they do with that. Do you ever think they would bring Bandolero? I'm assuming you're writing Bandoleros. Bandoleros to iRacing because they look fun. And sorry if I'm typing too much. No, never apologize. Never apologize for typing. I don't know if they would add Bandoleros, because Bandoleros are like a little too similar to Legends cars. And I don't know if there would be enough demand. I guess it would depend on if iRacing wants to fill out the bottom of the ladder more. But honestly, the usual progression is Legends cars to like a mini stock or like an actual car. So I don't think they would. It would be cool if they did. I'm always a fan of more oval content. I think we could use more oval content. Road has a ton of content itself. I think we need to get more oval content on the service. However, the thing to note is that you're always going to have more road content than oval content, just because of the fact that road has a lot more cars and championships and different changes to like it has so many different cars than oval racing. Like oval racing, you buy a super late model, you can race it all over the country, right? So a super late model is effectively a super late model. It's the same rule set everywhere, right? NASCAR's top divisions use the same cars, right? So we know anybody in here? Kevin Hazelwood, we've ran with him. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Car 21 in the split, so we're gonna have to fight. Only reason why I say that is because I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos with them, and they look very fun and interesting. They're pretty neat. They're pretty neat cars, yeah. I think the summer shootout, like all the 600 cars, like Legend Car, the Bandolero, all that kind of stuff is cool. They're neat and they're good cars. They're interesting though because everybody can kind of race them. Like Legends cars, like Bubba Wallace has like a whole YouTube vlog series right now about him driving Legends cars again. And he's a cup driver. He's in the Cup series and he's racing. Whoa! Oh my goodness! You did not have to do that. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Oh my god. Thank you, thank you. Wow, there's going to be some pretty happy people there. That's wild. Wow, okay. Welcome aboard. Howdy, sailor. My god. But, no, I mean, you just got here and you gifted 5 subs. Oh my god.
267.
Yeah.
Partly cloudy above. 79.8 Fahrenheit.
Hello, Kayla.
Around the
Hope
track.
all is good.
Wind at 8.5 miles per hour from southwest. Started a new session. 7 racing. 31.6 left.
You're...
Split 206.
Oh, we're in second split. Darn. I do iRacing as well, but I've been taking a break. Whoa! Oh my god. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Alright. Okay, Kayla, you don't have to bitch about the ads for a month. There you go. Enjoy. Wow. Holy balls. Okay. All right. All right. I took a break. I can't really take long breaks. I took a week break a couple weeks ago because I'm running the whole NIS season, and we had the Olympic break off, so I took 2 weeks off, or I took a week off for the Olympic break, and it did me a world of wonders. So I'm fortunate that was the case. Breaks are good, especially in this. Like I wear my heart on my sleeve a lot in these races. I'm pretty passionate about my races. I mean, Thursday, you could just look at the VOD from the NIS race on Thursday at Richmond, how brutal that ending was. But I wear my emotions on my sleeve, so when we have a bad race, I try and not let it linger, but I'm not going to lie to you. About every 15 minutes, I think back to that NIS race from Richmond on Thursday, and I still hurt. That was a hard one. But, yeah, I took a break a couple weeks ago, and I came back, and I am very refreshed and happy to be back, because I needed a break. I was very burnt out. Okay, let's try and put together a better lap too. I got a little loose in 1 or in 3 that time. Wasn't very happy with it. Ooh!
Moving down to P3.
Wow! We had to hang it out there off of 2 there. Woo!
We're down to P4 now.
Did you see how far I was turning right? Did you notice how far the wheel was pointed to the right?
3 laps completed in this stint so far.
Wow. I was pointing heavy to the right. I gotta watch back the replay. I don't usually slide a car out that wide. Let me watch that back. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were drifting it. Here it comes. Here, watch. It's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning. Nope. That's pretty insane. I have to run an ad. If you're seeing the ad, you unfortunately did not get a sub from Arctic, but I want to get the ad out of the way before we get going here tonight. No, it's okay. I mean, you gifted 6 subs. That's pretty incredible. Like, nobody does that and just pops in and gifts subs. Like, that's pretty unheard of. But yeah, I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays iRacing. There's usually a stream on the weekends. It's usually iRacing. But this Saturday night, so mark this down real quick on your calendars. This Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing another movie time. We haven't done movie time since I streamed the NASCAR IMAX movie. We're going to be doing the 2007 documentary King of Kong, A Fistful of Quarters. Because we, unlike the Cube, unlike our friend Mr. Cube or Mr. Cool, I stand Billy Mitchell. I think Bill Mitchell did nothing wrong. He's a reputable businessman with a thriving hot sauce restaurant in the middle of Central Florida. I think he's a great entrepreneur and, more importantly, a stand-up man who's the video game player of the century. We're going to watch A Fistful of Quarters, the King Kong. If you've never seen the documentary before, please come out on Saturday night and watch it. It's going to be pretty amazing. I love this documentary. It's so hilarious. We were riffing on it on Sunday during our IMSA race with Ryan. We were laughing our ass off at it. But yeah, we're going to be watching Fistful of Quarters. And there won't be an archive of that. So you got to be there or you're going to miss it. That'll be just because of, copyright reasons. So we'll be streaming that on Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing some good old documentary watching.
14 to increase iRating. This is 65 laps race with 27 joint deer. 2 minutes remaining. Be safe out there. A max of 4 tire sets can be used during the race. This should be a one-stopper with earliest pit on lap 35. 102nd to gridding end.
This is one of these tracks.
And the remaining pit stop where 4 is for green-white checkered.
This is one of these tracks where they park us on an angle because it looks cool, but it makes it a real pain in the ass to roll out. Starting P17, chat. I don't know how we're going to do here. I don't really have an idea. It's tough to figure out where you're going to be in practice at Michigan because Michigan is such a draft track that it's kind of like Talladega, but not really, where you kind of have to just get out there and try it
60 seconds left.
See where it lands. So we'll see how it goes here though. So 65 laps is the distance. If the ticker is broken, I'm sorry about the ticker. I will let you know that I have my eye overlay working this week. Luckily, I was able to get it to work today. So, don't have that problem from Sunday morning, luckily. Need to take a drink of water.
30 seconds left.
Do a flip. That is world-renowned streamer Aerotech in the chat. Welcome aboard.
Pace car about to
I wanted to say, DD, you are really cool. That you popped up in my recommended and it was worth it. Okay. Arctic, I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that very much. The fact that you gifted 6 subs is enough to prove that. Aren't you working, Arrow? Yeah, don't you have, important things to do? Don't you have, I don't know, Oh, you did the intros for Humble brag. Whoa! Oh my god. Okay, everybody. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. I am not comfortable with the amount of subs that are being donated right now. I'm very comfortable with the amount of subs that are being donated right now. Aerotech, your responsibilities are, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what your responsibilities are. Yeah, get over there and jack it. The car, I'm saying. Alrighty. Okay. Let's do this like Brutus. Damn, this would be a great Cliff Daniels moment. Well, maybe you shouldn't have used the... Maybe you shouldn't have used the, Maybe you shouldn't have used the Cliff Daniels redeem too early.
Roscoe, that was a mistake.
Alrighty, here we go. 65 laps, B-Car, Michigan. Coming in terribly. Whoa! Don't get a black flag. We're fine. Oh! The fuck? We almost got hooked on the front stretch. That would have been a new record.
Position 14 currently.
I almost got left reared. Maybe his spotter was going, wreck him, wreck him, wreck him! Only Cliff Daniels did my Cliff Daniels impression strategy. Here, tell you what. You tell me what you want me to talk about, and I'll give you a freebie on the house. I'll fucking bust out the dysphoric ass impression. I don't know why this Cliff guy is so popular. He even has his own bar.
Well, I'm Cliff Daniels, crew chief for Kyle Larson in the NASCAR Cup Series. Just letting you know, those chocolate bars, I actually have nothing to do with them. It just so happens to have a good name. I like the name. I like the name very much. Because it's my name, you know. It's like, I look at it and I point to my wife and I go, haha, it's my chocolate bar. And she goes, Cliff, go back on the road. I'm sick of you. And so we don't talk.
I love Cliff Daniels. It's like that man was manufactured in a lab to be a Hendrick crew chief. That's the voice that I put on, or the voice when I'm looking at myself in the mirror putting on the lipstick.
I do wish.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, that's too far. That's too far. That's too far. That's too far. Goodbye Horses starts playing in the background. Dun-dun. Dun-dun. Think it's gonna be a Silence of the Lambs reference. Actually, I'm hitting the wall, the Hall of Meat. It's a fucking Skates 3 reference. God, Skate 3 is so good. I have that on Game Pass. I should play that on stream once. Skate 3 was so good. Skates 3? Yeah, you know, Skates 3, fuck. Went over to EB Games, bought a fucking copy of Skates 3, you know, fucking went to Timmy's, got some fucking donuts, went back at it.
40.2, another best lap time.
Why the fuck do I need 3 fucking skates? I got 2 fucking feet. Don't make no fucking
Next
sense, fuck.
position will add 50 rating points.
Surely
more.
fuck. No
Estimated
fucking
rating
point.
will be 2,150.
Hey, don't look now, we're running 9th. I still think Letterkenny had one of the best lines ever. When where did I bring? Oh, I brought it up on Sunday. Sunday there was a really good. We ended up talking about Letterkenny and the fact that they had dialogue in that show about Jimmy Hinchcliffe's and Greg's Moore. Yeah, Jimmy Hinchcliffe's. Like, they straight up referenced Red Gloves Rule and shit. It was, like, awesome. Alright, James. James, you and your rookie Dale Earnhardt Jr. Budweiser scheme, and you know it's a rookie Dale Earnhardt Jr. Bud scheme because that was the car that they ran in '99 because the Bud logo changed in 2001. Can't quite get there. You can't really make that pass of the... So you can't really run the absolute bottom here because the absolute bottom here is ice. You got to run a lane up from the bottom. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, you can't really run all the way at the bottom. You got to really run like a lane up from the bottom there. Because if you run the absolute bottom, it's ice. So you got to really like run a lane up. But I love Michigan. Multiple grooves. You can run pretty much anywhere from the lane up from the bottom to the absolute rim. It's one of those tracks when Oval Refresh came out a few, back in December, that really opened up this track to be able to run multiple lanes, and it really leads to some really good racing. Yeah, holy shit, we made it a lap 10 and we didn't get wrecked. What a shock. A B race actually going okay. Chaz absolutely lost it. Cunty soda. Listen, Cunty soda is iconic. If it weren't for the fact that it was so vulgar, we'd make it like a thing. Serving Cunty soda.
5 lap delta behind, minus 0.2.
Was it Shane who made the Cunty soda can? Who made the Cunty soda can and posted it in the Discord? I can't remember. Oh, that's the wall. Car's fine. Composite bodies, baby.
Car inside behind. Still there. Still there. It's clear.
There's about 50 iRacing to get in the next position.
Picturing Shane running to the keyboard. He was off doing something else. Like, I gotta tell somebody. It was D. It was me.
Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear. Car high front. Clear. Outside rear. Still there.
Ah, damn. We were reaping and now we're sowing. This fucking sucks. What the fuck?
Moving down as you turn down.
Got a little contact with that 3 car there. Car's getting really tight now in 3 and 4. And kind of loose off of the corner now, so might start fading a little bit. I think we might have overdrove the tires a little bit here early on. I do love Michigan though. God, what a great racetrack. It's a real shame that, Fontana got the wrecking ball when it did, because it really aged into a really good surface and it really turned into a really good racetrack for the next gen. Right when it was really aging nicely, it fell off. And the other painful thing was, and you gotta remember, we lost a year of Fontana near the end. weren't able to race there in 21 because of COVID. So, like, the fact that these 2-mile D-shaped ovals put on such good racing. Wow. That was wild. That was a big fight there off the corner. He was packing air on my left rear and was just getting that thing to arc in a way that I was having to wheel it.
Driver behind on track is faster in the next sector.
This is good stuff here.
0.43 gallons used in the last 5 laps.
I'm really loose in 1 and 2. And really kind of tight in 3 and 4. It's kind of weird.
We're looking at AP13 with this pace.
I gotta run a lane down from where I was running. Oh, thank you, Arrow. Yeah, we, this is the Tuesday stuff. Thursdays are a little more, I don't want to say fancy, but there's a little bit more going on Thursdays. But Tuesdays are pretty pared down to how we look. I try and keep everything. I don't like to have like a bunch of random shit on the screen to make it busy. Like, I want everything to have a purpose.
Car 1 Brad heads the field, moving down to P11.
Like, the ticker was the big thing. I wanted a ticker. I wanted a ticker element on the screen so that, you know, people could follow along and see where I'm running in the field quickly and easily. But like this, I wanted it to be seamless. I wanted the ticker in there. It also hides some of the body of the VTuber, so it's good. It hides some of my model, which is kind of problematic when you make a new outfit every week. It's really loose off of 1 and 2 now. Real loose.
Inside rear. Still there. Car low behind. Still there. Clear. On low. Still there.
I am having to earn my paycheck tonight, chat. If I had a paycheck. We're really having to fight it off the corner tonight. This is a loose setup on exit.
28 iRacing to get to the position up ahead.
I think everybody's loose, actually, looking at the way the 22 is losing it off the corner. Oh, he got walled that time.
Outside front. It's clear.
Fuck.
On outside behind. Still there. Clear.
Oof.
Next position will add 21 rating points more. Estimated ratings will be 2,121.
Still there.
Brown at P13.
Oh,
On high front.
we got hit.
Car outside front. And clear.
Nothing to be central. Green rubber. Bus car off.
How are we still green?
There's one car closing in. One behind.
We're down to P26.
Bad news is we're in P26. The good news is the car's not wrecked. Okay, now we need a caution. Crandon Cup is next week, D. Yes, sir. Well, we lost more iRating if it stays like this. I was almost 2,300 oval iRating. I'm down to 2,100 even. We'll get another yellow. The way that everybody's loose off the corner. I think we're going to make some sort of adjustment at the stop, though. Take some out of the right rear.
there, 45 laps left.
Just take a pound out of both right sides.
Declan now leads.
I'm struggling here. It's very loose setup. I don't remember which one is putting wedge in. I think I want to go back on the right rear. I don't really do a lot of in-car adjustments, so... We're just kind of boned right now.
Front 3.5.
We'll get a yellow, though. There's still 44 to go. We still got a stop to go, so we'll be okay. Oh my god, it's so
We're
loose.
looking at AP26 with this pace.
It's so loose. Like, even by myself, I'm having to really wheel it. VRS, what kind of setup is this?
Last lap time was a 41.43.
So yeah, after this race, we're gonna be doing sporty car stuff like we normally do. We're gonna be doing GT Sprint at Road America with the Corvette. Gonna be running some more Vet. That is race 2 on the night, unless we finish early. Ohei would know. Ohei, is Indy fixed on a road course or an oval this week?
Gap behind 12.
If it's on a road course, maybe we'll sneak one of those in. Ow. So loose off the corner. Whew. Oh, yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing that. I'm not racing Gateway in the IndyCar. Fuck that. These hands are not built to turn left. Except for in a really heavy stock car. That's the only time they're built to turn left. No other way. Nope.
Car in front, previous lap time 42.116.
Oh, shit. Oh, well. Well. Oh. Okay. Well, we have damage in various places now, apparently. Okay. Well, now we're really boned. Can't really become the caution in Michigan. It's kind of tough to do. You don't really get a lot of cautions at Michigan.
25 laps down, 40 laps
Just
left.
because
0.43 gallons.
the reason why you don't get a lot of cautions at Michigan is just look at how much fucking space is between you and the inside wall. Like, there's so much real estate that iRacing doesn't throw it, except for in really rare circumstances. Which is kind of good. It means that we should be able to get a good green flag run in NIS on Thursday, but, like, it also means that when you get boned, you're boned. Well, we can pit here in about 5, not even. We do have damage, which is going to hurt us a little bit, but we're going to be throwing some wholesale changes to the old drug car here. The car's sponsored by a drugstore, okay? It's not holding drugs. How's there no pickup truck emoji? I don't know why there isn't a pickup truck emoji.
That lap was a 42.74.
No, Kayla, the car is... Oh my god, you really just drop a fucking honeypot cannabis fucking shirt reference? Oh, Jesus. Oh god. Dispensaries, dispensaries. Every corner in Ontario has dispensaries. They aren't local. I have them here. They are not a local chain. There you go. There's pickup trucks right there. Okay, I'm gonna need that yellow, like, now. We'll go, like, to, like, 33 or 34, and then we'll come in, but... But right now, it's not looking good. I've said it before and I say it again, you know, I've said it in passing in the past. If you're a regular watcher of TNI, you know this. I've always said that, like, the B car, the Xfinity car, is not exactly my strong suit. It's a car where you drive it a lot off the right rear. So, like, it's a lot of throttle control and it leans loose. When the Cup car is more my kind of driving style where, you know, you're working off the right front. So having a, like, choosing to run both of them is kind of weird, in the sense that, like, I like to race the Xfinity car because I do enjoy racing the Xfinity car. I'm just not very good at it. See, I'm kind of the opposite chain. I'm really good at saving my tires. I just don't have pace. Okay, I think pit stops are starting. Yeah, pit stops are starting.
There, we're in the pit window now.
Okay, we're gonna pit next time by. Teach me your ways. Okay, here's the way. 1, be slow. Be really, really slow. That is how you get good at saving tires, is just not going fast. And not in a case of, oh, well, I'm fast and I'll back it down. No, just don't have the fast pace in the first place. Just be bad. That's how you go fast, is just be bad. Every time I end up, like, making moves late in a pit run, I usually feel like Michael Scott with the fanny pack. It's like, what did I do? Oh, I guess I did something good.
After 31 laps.
Almost grenaded the motor.
Pitting for fuel, pristine wheels, as well as windscreen.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, drug crew, give me 4
Optional
Mr.
repair
Feelgoods.
started. 30 seconds left. Next position will lose us 75 rating points. Moving down to P26 currently. 2 more tire sets
Huh,
left.
that's pretty wild. Did not know that. And now we use tires all the fucking time. Huh, and I bet you that's why the speed limit is 35 in most of the United States to this day. Pretty wild. Okay, we tightened this thing up. At least I think I did. Now I'm afraid I might have went the wrong way, like went too far on that direction, but honestly, I'd rather be really tight than loose. So if we're tight, we're tight. But the setup is super. The setup is really fucking loose. not gonna get the yellow. And besides, if the yellow came out now, we'd be pretty boned because we'd be trapped a lap down. Yeah, this is B open, so I usually run the open setup races on Tuesdays because A, they're longer, and
30 laps
B,
remaining.
I like the
40.74
strategy of a
previous lap.
longer race, which is kind of A twice, but I like a longer race because it does open up the strategy when it comes to pitting. And they're kind of good. They're kind of like good primers for NIS on Thursdays, which I run every week, so it's kind of nice to have that. To get, like, primed for the distance. It's like 2/3 of the distance of an NIS race on a good day, so it's... I kind of like to do the open series, so...
Good window open for the line stopper.
Of course, when I run NIS, I run the fixed series, so I don't have to fuck with the setup or anything. All I gotta do is just kind of practice it and try it out and see if I can get it going good. Yeah, this is starting to feel a little more comfortable. Even with clobbering the wall.
Approximately 28 laps left.
Yeah, not gonna be really anything to write home about with this one. Not gonna be the best race, but at least we, like, completed a race. We haven't had the best of luck running NIS lately. I think the last two NIS races we ran, or not NIS, but B Open races, because I think the last two we ran before this, we got wrecked either in the opening 10 laps or at the case of Pocono, we got wrecked, like, on the opening lap, turn 1, like, right away. So at least we're running some B race. Like, at least we're getting some B car in tonight. That's fine. Do I only do one race a week? Yeah. I typically only do one NIS and one B Open and usually one GT3 Open. I don't like to run more than one NIS a week because the way I look at it is I don't, like, the real world doesn't, like Tyler Reddick can't run 3 cup races in a week, so I like to, it's my way of cosplaying a little bit, but I don't like to be, like, I don't like to get too sweaty with it. Like, I only like to keep my sweat contained to a 3-hour window on Thursdays. I don't like to push it too much with, like, doing multiple races a week. There have been times, like, when, like, last Thursday's Richmond race was so tempting to go back and run another slot, like salty run back it, but I ended up not doing that because I just didn't want to. I'm not that kind of person, so. And yes, what Shane said. Shane and I, it's funny, Shane and I ended up running into one another at Richmond back in March, and then we became friends. And now we keep track of each other because we're both in the same NIS division, and we're both, like, in the top 25 in Division 3 points for NIS, and we keep tabs on one another and stuff, and yeah. NIS once a week makes sense, but B Opens and stuff. Yeah, I honestly, I don't like to overcommit myself. I'm kind of weird like that, where, oh, this guy is out to lunch. What's the spot?
Great. E23. We're 4.8 ahead.
I only run, honestly, you know what's crazy? I very rarely now race off stream. The only times I really ever even consider racing off stream is if I'm practicing for an upcoming race and it wouldn't make for good content. I usually stream every race I do. So I don't like to do more than one race a week just because I don't want to overexert myself. Would it be more beneficial for me to spend like an entire Wednesday night off stream grinding out the A car, like grinding out the next gen and like getting better at it week in, week out? Yes, it would probably benefit me to put in the time and learn the the idiosyncrasies of driving the next gen if I put in like the 6 hours a week before my NAS race. It probably would be beneficial. Would I be happy? No, I wouldn't. Straight up, I would not be happy doing that. I don't like to push myself too hard. So, there was a period where I was pushing myself extremely hard, and I'll tell you right now, I was very unhappy when I was pushing myself very hard. But now, I kind of take the good with the bad. We have good races, we have bad races. I mean, my NAS performances have really hammered home the mindset of take it as it goes. I mean, we don't practice, like I very rarely practice for an NIS race. The only NIS race I was like doing open, like was practicing days before was Chicago, and that's because it's fucking Chicago. Streamer is monologuing. Yes, I am monologuing. I do that a lot around here. I have opinions. I open up about my opinions. But no, like Chicago's the only race where I really practiced hard for it, and it benefited me to do that. And we ended up with a top 15 finish because I knew I needed to have some practice before that race because of just how difficult it was. But like, without doing any additional practice outside of the half hour that we come on stream and start the show, quote unquote, we have like four top fives, I think, on the year. We've had like 6 top 10s. We should have won Richmond last week. I cannot stress enough how badly we should have fucking won that race last week. Like, we've had good runs. Great runs, really. And they've just kind of fallen in our lap. So, we'll probably have a good run on Thursday, too, because of the iRating loss that we've had recently. Like, we have... It ebbs and flows, right? So, you drop iRating, you're going to end up in easier splits. It's just how it is. So, I think we were in a couple stretches there where it was really difficult splits. We had a really favorable split at Richmond. Couldn't capitalize on it, still lost iRating. We're going to lose even more iRating here. So, primed to have a good run at Michigan this week. Very possible we could circle back to it and have a good run. Yes, once you stop caring about the number, it's good. But I do have to keep an eye on the number because the number dictates what kind of night I could be in for. Case in point, this is a high split. Strength of field of 2.3. I'm a 2100 on the dot. I'm going to lose 59 iRating here. So Thursday will be easier, is the way I look at it. Or it theoretically should be easier. God, this sucks when you're by yourself, though. No, that isn't. You have to look at it like playing with house money. Like, you go to a casino and you brought $30. And your $30 goes either... You can win $50 on blackjack. Oh, we got a caution and we stayed on the lead lap. Oh, fuck. Oh, we needed this. Okay, never mind. Throw everything away. Throw everything away. We're going to come in, get the damage fixed. I really like the tire. Like, the adjustments we made were really good.
Pace car left the pit. We got 6 seconds over pace car.
Well, this is good. This is good. This is really good. This might start getting all clown shoes here at the end. I was a little worried. I was like, damn, I might have to find something to do at 9 o'clock when we're done, but now we're going to get some cautions here. But we will be pitting to get the damage fixed. We'll have plenty of time to get it repaired. Boy, we needed that. I basically quit road after I hit 3K. God, I wish I was 3K.
End up in P22.
You kidding me?
It's open.
God. I can't even hit 1500 sports car. It's really comical how just like I'm not able to get there. I just cannot get to 3K or to 1.5K sports car. It's really funny. Because I'm like better than my iRating, and like I'm not trying to sound like, oh, typical iRacer thinks that they're better than their iRating. No, I'm serious. I really am better than my iRating. All right, gonna come in.
17 seconds to our pit.
Gonna get all this damage repaired. Probably gonna drop to the rear again.
10.
Gonna
9,
go play more Red Dead Redemption 2. Alrighty.
5,
Have fun,
4,
Kayla.
3, 2, 1.
Just be sure to get Arthur Morgan to go, easy there, fella. Easy there, fella. That's my Arthur Morgan. It's dead on. It's very accurate. He's just a good boy.
30 seconds optional left.
Cliff Daniels is in Red Dead? No. That's my Arthur Morgan. Very distinct. Very distinct.
15 optional left.
Very distinct, different voice.
10 seconds optional left.
Okay.
5 seconds optional left.
Okay.
Optional repairs done.
Pit done. Pit stop timer 45 seconds.
I don't care if he stinks.
Pit's open.
So, do we have
One
damage
spare tire
still?
set remaining.
1 minute 12 seconds up to pace
Yes, you
car.
can have a bath in Red Dead Redemption 2, and they will wipe you down.
37 seconds up to pace car.
Alright.
1 lap to green.
Alright, one to go already. That was a quick yellow because I think just about everybody was on the lead lap, so that was fast.
19 seconds to the pace car.
I remember when we used to go to these places and we used to have like the longest fucking yellows. Because the pace car would go and take forever and they wouldn't delete a lap. And we used to have like these long cautions. Hello, Julia. Good to see you.
Before the pace car.
Alright.
Pace car 4 seconds forward.
Okay, this is gonna be dumb. It's gonna start getting really stupid here late, because now everybody's gathered up and we could be a little smart here and make some spots up just from attrition, so we might take it easy here on the start. But we needed that caution if we wanted any chance of improving our position, because we were kind of screwed otherwise. Okay, here we go. Going green.
Pace car in pit lane. Green flag. On this side, front. Still there.
We have block me 19. Thanks, Breck.
Tommy 61.
Completely killed my lane. Killed my entire run on the 3-star here. Now he's blocking me to the fucking apron, buddy.
Still there.
I'm sorry, I'm faster.
Still there.
It's not my fault that you're not as fast as me.
Still there. Still there. We're clear.
Number 1 Brad is now at the front.
We were fast as fuck on freshies earlier, yeah, but we do have damage. We do have some left side damage that we weren't able to get
Good job,
repaired.
honey. Up to P22.
And Michigan's very aero dependent. Also, we made the car tighter, which means that's probably going to be tighter in traffic too.
Projecting P25 at the end of the race.
Now we got some blinking. Oh, buddy.
Spectre was back.
Car high forward. High and
Oh my God, having someone on your door when they're blinking.
high and low.
That was terrifying. Made it work.
Still there. Still there.
I'm crazy.
Still there. Still there. Still there.
I'm fucking insane.
Carnal side rear. Still there. Still there. Still there. Still there. Still there. It's clear. Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear.
Attack the driver in front on track in the upcoming sector.
Yeah, we're a little tight in traffic. I don't know how much we're gonna be able to do here.
High forward.
I can't go any lower.
Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear.
Buddy, you can't block me all the way to the apron like that and expect me to be cool with it next time. Oh, he's gonna be too preoccupied with that 17 car. Here I come.
Full side front. Still
I
there.
got there.
Still there. And clear.
God damn it. Blocked me real fucking good. We did get damage on the right side, but at this point with less than 10 to go, you kind of just fucking go for it, right? So,
7 laps.
On outside front.
there we go. There we go. We got the run that time. Got the run that time.
Still there. Still there. Still there. High side 2 cars.
Oh yeah, it's twice you hit me.
Still there. Still there. It's clear.
Good job. Position 20 now. Point 7 down from your back.
God, I can't seem to get around him. He just finds enough of a way to... Oh, that might be it there. Yeah, that might be enough there. He got held up by the 17 a little bit.
On high forward.
I'm like relentless with this one. I really want this fucking 2 car.
Still there. Still there.
Or 209 if you're staring at the pictures.
Still there. Still there.
Jesus Christ, what are they doing up there?
Still there.
I look up and there's a car halfway down the apron.
Still there. Still there.
Saying bye to the 2. Can we say bye to the 17?
Still there.
No, can't. And unfortunately, because we've been battling and dicing it up, we lost touch with this pack in front. We should be able to get the 17 in the next corner.
Still there. Both sides.
Block 27 a little bit. There we go.
Still there. Clear. Car outside rear. We're clear.
There we go. 17 blocked up.
To position 18 currently.
Open the door. We're up to 18th. Got some clean air here. Can really open it up now.
Next position will lose you a 16 rating.
3 to go at the line. We might get 2 that next group, but I don't think we're going to get by anybody in that next group.
Position behind point 3.
We'll be able to run a little bit unencumbered here. A little freed up. Can pull away from this group behind. Use that apron to help turn the car a little bit more. Really pulled away that time. We just got held up behind those guys. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to really improve much more. But we were able to use those. Once we got by that 209 car, we were able to get going, but unfortunately the damage is done. Without a caution anytime here. If we don't get a caution this lap, we're not going to finish ahead of 18th. Now, of course, they could wreck on the final lap, then that's different, but... Well, Danny, yes, sir. He drove a tough bargain, but, you know, we were racing hard, but it was still pretty fair. We definitely made contact a couple times. I'm not going to get all offended when I make contact with people. I'm not him. I race hard. Hard but fair. White flag, murder's legal. Pretty green race. Only 1 caution. Pretty wild.
1 minute 47 seconds. of fuel
Fuck, we got
left.
like an hour to kill. Nah, I got tight off the seal. Tires finally gave up. Tires finally gave up here. We'll probably see some action in 3 and 4 here, so look alive. Nope, we didn't even get that. Jeez. Okay. P18, not great.
P18. That was tight, dear.
We did our best.
What a
We got
disappointment.
lucky with the caution, so could have been a lot worse, right? So pretty happy with that though. That was fun. Could have been a lot worse. So yeah, it was fun though. It was good racing.
You finished with 0.83 gallons in the fuel tank. Short debrief. We can do better. We finished in P18.
So yeah, he kind of got jammed up behind the 17 car, and that held him up just enough to let me... I like his car. It's like an Aztec Mayan-looking thing. It's cool. I do appreciate the people who paint stock cars that are like not like stock cars. They're like painted up like as art pieces. I'm just stock car pilled. Gotta get the screenshot, because as you know, if you don't get a screenshot, it didn't happen. Okay. All right. Okay, well, let's we got an hour to kill until well, we got like a half hour until we can run GT3 open. So what's going on? What's happening? Yeah, everything's at fucking Gateway this week cuz IndyCar is at Gateway. So we can't even do that. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do this. I've never driven this stuff before. I don't even think I have a handbrake button. Congratulations, everybody. You're getting a rarity. You're getting D doing Dirt Road. We're going to try this. I still have my rookie license on Dirt Road. So we are doing Daytona Rallycross Long with the Beetle Light. I think I have to set up a handbrake button. I don't even have a paint. I literally just was like, fuck it, let's do this. Because this starts in 15 minutes. So we'll do some dirt road as a bonus tonight. Because we wrapped up early. You ever watch old episodes of WCW? And like Tony Schiavone would be like, folks, that match was so short, we have some standby matches. And then like they would just bring out like, I don't know, like the Road Warriors versus like, I don't know, like the American Males. Like that's like they would just bust out like a random match and you'd be like, oh, okay, cool. All right. This wasn't advertised, but they just the show ran short. So they had to add an extra match. And this is the match they added, you know, like it's that. That's what we're doing here. Welcome to the Daytona Road thing that they have. We're going to do Rallycross. I need to set some buttons.
Do you want to see the results? You
No.
moved back 0. Ratings to 0. Okay, here are the personal results.
Okay. I don't even know why I'm calibrating. I have that set up. I need to set custom controls for this car. Toe out. Look left, look right. I guess I'll set my handbrake button to here.
This is Daytona International Speedway. 3 driving. 53 minutes
And
left.
then I think that's all I
Strength of
need.
field is 1,402.
Right? Because when you launch it, you hold down the handbrake, right? No. I'm not from around here. I don't do this very fancy rallycross stuff. I'm not very good. Ah, darn. I'm not very good at rallycrossing. I'm not very good at this, okay? I'm not very good at this. Okay. All right. Okay. I am fully embracing the fact that I am going to suck on stream here. Okay? I am aware I am going to look really bad here. I don't do the I don't do off-road. And when I do it, I normally do it in the Pro 2 Lite. So, like, I don't typically run it. There's something I'm doing wrong with, like, the brakes. Like, should I be handbraking it on...
Cleared flag.
Very good at the pavement part. They should make rallycross tracks just the pavement part. It's when you get to this part that I'm not too good at. I do have a handbrake bound.
Impressive stuff. You're P3 now.
You could drive it without it, certainly. I mean, you could try. It's not the easiest thing. Okay. I mean, this felt quicker.
New quickest, 47.925.
Okay. Okay. All right, so that one corner I'm struggling with here. I got everything else kind of figured out. This car is not bad for, this is actually a really good, like, learner car for this stuff. Because, like, I'm really bad at this, and this is just enough. I've never actually tried the Beetle Light.
McPeak is now at the front.
And,
Four
like,
laps complete,
it's
70 to go.
kind of better than it was, you know? Like, it's got a little bit more. I can't get this corner figured out. But when I do... Oh.
Cleared yellow.
I think it's still pretty wild that, like, iRacing has Rallycross in it, you know? Like,
Car ahead on track.
and, like, it
50.7.
just doesn't get enough love. Like, the people who are passionate about this stuff are very passionate about this stuff. And they honestly deserve their flowers a bit more than they actually do get. Yeah. Grip. Grip, darn you, grip. Let me try and take the Joker. Okay, Joker's paved.
Left right. Over
Unsafe Joker lap
Next race in
entry.
5 minutes. 13
What?
registered for the race.
Why was it unsafe?
Averaging 0.25 gallons.
You didn't
in the
stay
last
below
5
the
laps.
merge line on the Joker. What?
yellow. One upon us.
Defend from the driver behind on track in the
Cross
next
the
sector.
line. Okay, there's this line. Oh,
clear.
okay. Alright, I see. Okay, so, okay. I didn't know that. See, I didn't
0.3
know
gallons
that.
on last lap.
I was unaware that there's a Joker blend line.
One on you.
Oh, I knew you couldn't take it on the opening lap. I mean, it makes sense to not be able to take it in qualifying. Okay.
On right side. And clear. Clear behind.
I laugh that, like, the default car for this is an Oberto beef jerky
Yellow.
car. Just because it's funny to think of, like... Lap 10. What? Are you looking at, like, my, like...
3 seconds in front.
Oh, okay, I see.
More laps to go.
Okay, let me try and take this Joker the right way.
Going left front. You're clear. One closing.
Okay, so that's how you have to take
Car
it.
behind
Okay.
did a new session best on 50.7.
Okay, how do I get
Clear.
in that corner? I guess I gotta have the weight shift, and then you can. Folks, we don't do rallycross around these parts. We're not really known as rallycross people.
There's one near.
I'm sure there's people watching this going, "Oh no, they decided to do rallycross. Oh, it's over for them. They're never gonna figure this out."
Previous lap time was a 50.7. Third, P1. Dropping to position 4. Previous sector best.
We're clear.
Anybody remember when iRacing got Rallycross and the first like month or like the first like 2 builds of it, it was all advertised as Red Bull Global Rallycross? And then Red Bull Global Rallycross died and iRacing had to quickly rebrand everything to just IRX. I remember that. That was fun. What a great time that was.
Flag is clear.
It keeps happening? What keeps happening? Ah!
0.3
Ouch.
gallons used on last lap.
This will break a sweat on you. Oof. I have a blue beef jerky car. Look at that. Neat. It's all blue. I didn't even know it was possible to have a different colored beef jerky car, but I got it. Oh, iRacing releases a car, IRL series dies. Yeah, probably. I mean, it happens quite a bit, right? Or in the case of SRX, the car died, or the series died before it came out on iRacing. This doesn't have heats, right? I'm just doing a 10-lap race, right? There's no, in rookies, there's no like, heat format. Yeah, it's just the straight, right? Okay, good. Because I don't want to do a whole race. I just want to, I just want to get a race in, and then we'll do the thing. Should be being sent to our split here soon. Any second now. Yeah, I'd like to work in more different kind of races on the channel whenever we finish up a 9:15. Like, if we finish up the B race early, I like to work in more races at fun tracks or different tracks with different cars. So it's kind of a little bit of this, because like I didn't want to run Indy Open or Indy Ovals. I don't want to race the IndyCar on ovals. I think I'm not a big fan of racing the IndyCar on ovals. So running this in a running this rallycross thing is a little different and fun, and we mix it up a little bit. Okay, there's only 3 of us. Okay, good. Awesome. Or only 6 of us. Okay. That's good. I'm a big fan of only having 6. I guess that matches the real world, right? You would only have like 5 or 6 cars that you're racing against. Is this race top 10 Boba eligible? No. It is not top 10 Boba eligible. If there's 6 cars in the field, no, it is not top 10 Boba eligible. I have to cut it out with the top 10 Boba, by the way. I really do. I gained a lot of weight this year. I went from 173 to 187. So needless to say, I'm actually cutting out the weight. Although a good way to lose weight is to do some of these races. My God, I'm starting to sweat like crazy. Oof. Thank goodness our GT3 race to wrap up the night is at Road America, where it's a lot of straightaway. It's like all straightaway at Road America. Oof. Okay. Yeah, it's warm in here. It's still summer. I will say this though. Fall's lurking. Fall is lurking. The sun is coming up slower. Like we don't have as long, like the sun is going down earlier. The sun is coming up later.
Welcome to Daytona Beach in USA. 5 racing. 48.3 left.
We-
SOFA 1,315.
Like it's really
Weather, mostly cloudy above. 82.7
Yeah,
Fahrenheit in airway
thank you,
109
Andrea.
around the
Thank
track.
you, Andrea.
Wind from north
Appreciate
at 9.9 miles per
Andrea,
hour.
I
Split
know.
4 of 5.
Thank you. But no, like we like it's starting to get cooler in the morning. Fall's around the corner. Football starts this weekend. The college football season starts this weekend. Before you know it, it's gonna be winter. So enjoy the last gasps of the summer if you can. Highly recommend going outside and soaking up some
That's the
sun
end of
because before you
practice.
know it, you'll be shoveling. And you don't want to be shoveling. Shoveling sucks. Okay, let's try and qualify for this. I am so bad at this. Okay. Okay. All right.
Good luck. 2 laps and 5 minutes.
Oh,
Green, green.
oh, we got green flag. Okay. You're sore from today at work? I had a pretty heavy day at work today. Nothing really. I didn't have to lift too much heavy at work, but it's just I'm old. Don't get old. Whatever you do, don't let your body get old. So I gotta get down in the second gear through that corner just to keep revs up. Can't do it in third. You can't take the Joker in qualifying. Oh, hey, told me that. I don't understand. How can I get the car to shift there? Do I just like throttle it?
Moving down to position 2 now.
Like, do I just give it a hint of throttle and then that'll get...
New leader in car 2.
Like, if I just shoot it with throttle, like just spike it, will that get the car to turn there? I guess I can practice it here on the cool down lap.
Fuel data is valid.
Oh shit, we're on the pole.
Qualification.
Yo.
Impressive. We timed the best lap. 47.1.
I don't mean to brag, but I'm an off-road racing expert.
Outstanding. Hun, you're currently in the lead.
I think we're gonna start on the pole.
New car.
Okay. Gonna be on the pole, I think. Okay. By like 0.4 of a second. Okay, so we just connect a good few laps. We could maybe win this thing. Listen. These wins do not come very often. Okay? And I don't care if I'm punching down in rookie dirt road rallycross. I don't know this discipline at all. So if I get a victory in rookie dirt road rallycross, I will take a win in rookie dirt road rallycross. The spotter would say yes. 100. No, it is not a 100% dirt road win rate. I've done some dirt road races on the channel before, and I've usually actually finished last. I've not been good at it. Someone qualified. God, we could have just gotten this show on the road, but nope, someone had to go back out there. Now we gotta wait another minute. Darn. I'm not very good at dirt road, so this is not gonna end well. I'm not very good at this stuff. I'm not very good at doing the jumpy races. Of course, I say that now, like, I'll have, like, a really good race. Like, I'll probably have, like, a really, really, really good race now. Now that I keep saying I'm very bad at it. Know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of that. I hope we run good, though. I hope we do. I don't go out and be like, oh, I hope I run like dog shit. Like, I'm not like, I'm not like that. So. Whew. Does wear you out, though. Wow, this racing's tough because you got to turn left, turn right, turn left, turn right. Throttle, brake, get the car to pitch, don't get the car to pitch. It's hard. Okay, we're starting on the pole, chat. Do they do rolling? No, it's standing start in this. Even I knew that.
This is
Okay.
10 laps race with 6 racers racing. 2 minutes left.
Okay, so we have to do
Fuel should be
one
good.
joker.
About 0.713 gallon in excess.
All right. I might not talk a
Fuel.
lot in
Heat
this
rate
because
yields
it's just
positive I
so
rating.
it's just that frantic, okay? So
100
if you get
seconds to
mad that I'm
green
not
lights.
talking, I'm sorry. Turn one could be a bit of a nightmare here. Okay. Okay. I think we're gonna have to wait. I think 2 people didn't show up for this race, so I think we're gonna have to wait it. It's rookie dirt road. What's the worst that can happen?
60 seconds left.
Okay, we're waiting on one more car.
Get
Okay.
ready to go. Green flag.
Oh, fuck, you got a better start. Oh my god! That's the whole field.
Got a black flag.
That's the whole field.
Right front.
And that guy took the Joker when you can't.
Double have to slow down.
Oh my god.
Have to slow down.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Stolen valor. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, because that guy took the Joker on the opening lap. You can't do that, right?
You're
I don't
leading.
think
Impressive
you
stuff.
can't take the Joker on the opening lap. It's a time penalty? Okay, alright, so I gotta just gun it. How long is the time penalty? Is it long enough?
Nice. You set the best lap. 46.7.
11 seconds, okay. I just can't figure out that corner. If I could get that corner figured out, I'm unstoppable. Let's take our Joker now. Oh, there we go. I figured it out. You do give it a jab of throttle and that gets the car to rotate. Okay. 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 I'm kind of getting this figured out, chat. Dirty D. I'm gonna become a rallycross fiend.
Delta behind larger by 2.610.
You're gonna see me in the Nitro Cross chat on Rumble or whatever that alt-right channel that they fucking air their races on.
We're moving down in P2 now.
Gonna be talking about, I don't know.
Stevens has been disqualified from this session.
Oh my god, there's one car and I think it DQ'd. There's one car and I think he's DQ'd. There's one other car out here at the moment.
Weather on a black flag.
Who knew that the first win, well, we gotta bring it back, but the first win we get on stream since all the way back at the Roar, right back here at Daytona, back in January, the first race that I did as a VTuber,
Impressive stuff.
would be Rallycross Lights. Oh, no. No, we're fine. We're fine. Rallycross Lights at Daytona. Just can't wreck it. I mean, it was a 5-car race and, like, it's rookies, but, like, it's actually a lot of fun. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's actually a lot of fun when you're winning.
2 minutes, 18 seconds.
I see the appeal now. Okay. That's my best run through that corner right there.
Sector was best.
Oh, he just wrecked it.
Previous sector was best.
Shane, what if we just got way into Rallycross? Like, what if we just became like rallycross sickos?
Impressive. We sent a quickest lap. 45.7.
That'll be the collab stream. Just getting to rallycross. You and I doing Subarus. It could be Legacy Motor Club, but better.
Last lap.
Bob D. Stephen behind you lost 19.5 recently.
Hey, TJ. The rallycross light, the Beetle light is actually like a blast. It's just enough of a car to do this like good. Like, I should just race this. Like, don't even try and drive like the actual Beetle. Like, just drive this. Well, a dub's a dub. All right.
Amazing.
Hey,
lap.
we won. Felt like punching down a little bit, but hey, we won. How about that? Who says I can't win? Alrighty. I need to watch that first lap again because it was really funny. Can I dial up all the brake bias to the front and then do... Oh, my brake bias button doesn't work. I didn't enable that. All right, let me watch turn 1, lap 1. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here's turn 1. And... Oh my god. Yeah, so these 3 cars wrecked. And then... So these 3 cars wrecked, which is bad enough. But then watch this guy. This guy gets, oh, I'm going to have the bright idea. I'm going to take the Joker the opening lap. You can't take the Joker the opening lap. They don't let you to do that. So, and he also clipped it too. So he didn't even come in there clean. That was really funny. We won. Beetle Adventure Racing, baby. Anybody remember that game for the N64 back in the day? I won. That was my first one ever, and I won. Not to brag, humble brag. But that was my first one ever, and I won. Yeah, now we got to make a paint. Great. Now I got to. Now people are gonna be like, D, why aren't you doing Rallycross? It's gonna be expected out of me now to do Rallycross. Okay, we're gonna shift gears. We're gonna start the final race of the night. I'm gonna get rid of this wheel and put on this wheel. Okay, all right. Not Rallycross, but road. Let's. This is pretty funny to leave here with a dub. Hey, we had a fun. Hey, we gotta win. We gotta win. So now for something completely different. Contract offer. I get D on my team. You get to drive on my team. That was the first win we've had on stream since the Roar back in January. My first ever stream as a VTuber was that, as a bona fide VTuber, was that one back in January when I won the Roar in TCR. So, needless to say, I've been due for a win on stream. And you know what? It's not exactly like a... Like, look, I mean, it was a 5-car race and 3 of them wrecked out. 1 of them got a black flag immediately. But, hey, we'll take it. Thank you, Sacksmith. Appreciate it. We got one more. Just don't go nowhere. We got one more race. But no, yeah, I mean, hey, we've needed a little bit of a confidence boost, so I'll take that for sure. Just waiting on iRacing to finish loading in. Oh, wow, it did it the backwards way. Weird. Okay. It's odd. I had to close the UI and then it launched it. Okay, well. Welcome to Road America. Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, home of Bill Mitchell Bend, named after the video game player of the century, Billy Mitchell, who will be in the documentary we're going to watch on stream on Saturday. We're going to watch the documentary King of Kong, A Fistful of Quarters on Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern here on the channel. If you've never heard of this documentary, it's about 2 people going after the high score record for the video game or for the arcade game King Kong, like Donkey Kong, which, you know, is the Mario, the original Mario game. And it is amazing. It is one of my favorite documentaries of all time. We're going to watch it on stream. We're going to watch it on Saturday. So if you want to watch a really great documentary, get that follow button or hit that follow button and you'll be notified for it. Okay, let's see, what's the wing at on this? Cause yeah, we're going to load up the 7 setup. I'm going to play it safe here with the setup here. More Corvette.
Strength of field out 2,206. Started a new session.
I hope you like
connected.
Corvette
1 hour,
because
10
we're
minutes left.
doing more Corvette.
Pit limiter engaged.
All right, Kayla, see you later. Thanks for popping in. This is GT3 Open. This is the GT3 series, 40-minute races with a pit stop.
Sector 1 is slow.
Sector 1 is slow. We haven't even gone out in Sector 1 yet, Andrea. Oh god, now I gotta get used to the car because I just ran jumpy cars without a lot of turning, and now maybe not this car specifically, Shane, but yeah, this kind of stuff. GT3 is actually, honestly, Shane, the best thing you could do, and you may have noticed that some NASCAR Cup guys do it, is the GT4s. And yes, the Merc is the one that I was going to suggest. We should team up and try and race the Merc GT4 somewhere. The Michelin Pilot Challenge series are 2-hour races. You have to do them solo, but the Merc GT4 is probably pretty close to a, not exactly a stock car, but it's kind of similar to the same kind of deal, like the rear end. The Merc GT3 though is probably the closest to a cup car in the way that you can swing the rear out, the way it pivots. I like the GT3. I've won a 6-hour at the Glen with Ohe in the Merc GT3. I just like to race mid-engine and rear-engine GT3 cars. Yeah. What I'd like to propose is like, so like there's no IMSA Endurance this weekend, so Ryan and I are not racing on the weekend, but maybe for the off weekends they do 3-hour GT endurance races, which is just GT3. It's basically these, but 3-hour races with driver swaps. That might not be a bad idea for us to do on like a Saturday. Like for us to split like a Merc with that. Just so you can kind of get the grips with it. Yeah, and like we'd split it. So like it would be, you know, I do an hour and a half, and it would basically be the way that we normally do it for IMSA Endurance is we alternate who does 2 stints, because that's how we kind of figure it out. But if you're interested, I can totally paint up the car and we can get it going. So, but yeah, Road America. 4 miles of pavement. It is called America's National Park of Speed. It is a awesome road course. IMSA was just here a few weeks ago, and now it's back on the GT3. Yeah, of course you can join, Kosova. Of course. This is back on the... in fact, we could even do 3 to a car in that. So if we want to split it 3 ways, we could even do that. But yeah, IMSA was just here with the sports car, with the WeatherTech Sports Car Championship a few weeks ago. They were here 2 weeks ago during the Olympics. And now it's back on the official schedules because 2 weeks after IMSA was here, the other sports car series in America, the SRO Championship, the GT World Challenge America series, is here this weekend. So before you know it, we've had both major GT3 series in America at the same racetrack within a 2-week span. And I think there was even racing going on this past weekend at Road America. So they shoved 3 event weekends in a row at Road America. So, pretty familiar for most stock car people if you're watching, though, obviously. This track hosted 2 cup races at in 2021 and 2022. Left the NASCAR schedule in 2023 to make way for a race at the Chicago Street Course. NASCAR did take the Xfinity Series here for 1 more year in 2023, but unfortunately now we don't have Road America on the schedule, which is really disappointing. I hope it comes back on the schedule for next year, but I don't think we're getting to go back here, which is a bummer because it's a great racetrack. They packed the property for this place. For every race that is here at Road America. They had IMSA here a couple weeks ago, and it was the best attendance they've had for an IMSA race at Road America ever, including the 80s, including the Road America 500s back in the day when IMSA was like the shit. It was, they have never packed the property as much as they did a couple weeks ago for IMSA. IndyCar draws a great crowd here. They go here in June. This is the kink. You leave the kink, you go down here. This is the run up to Canada Corner. Right here's Canada Corner. It was named Canada Corner because after the first event weekend, all they found were Canadian beer cans in the stands after everybody left. And so that's why it's called Canada Corner, is because that's where all the Canadian beer cans and all the Canadians sat here at Road America for the first few event weekends off of the final corner. It's so important to get a good exit out of the final corner because it's such a long straightaway that you can get really eaten alive if you're not careful.
Car in front on track. Last lap time was a 9.
Turn 1. Boy, this is a third gear corner. Exit out under the Arians Bridge. It used to be a Briggs and Stratton Bridge back in the day. Brake of the 2. This is technically turn 3. Exit here. Another good corner to get a good exit out of here. Underneath the Sargento Bridge. Iconic here at Road America. This is turn 4 technically. Into turn 5. Hardest braking zone on the track. Slowest corner on the track too. leaving here. You can attack this turn 6 harder than you think because you're going
39
uphill
now.
into Kettle Bottoms. Into the carousel underneath the Speedville Bridge. I really am coming to grips with this Corvette. I'm finally really getting comfortable in it. Here's the kink. You take it flat out. Don't hit too much of the curb though. Head down to Canada Corner. That might have been a little deep. Made it work. Here into Bill Mitchell Bend. There used to be a bridge here. They had to get rid of the bridge. It was too dangerous. Third gear. Good sweeping corner. Exit early.
We're down to position 40 now.
And that's a lap of Road America and a Chevrolet Corvette. I really like Road America. I'd like to go here one day, but the problem is it's really out of the way.
2 minutes.
It's a 12-hour drive, or I'd have to take a flight.
Great. P39 now. 4:30 laps left.
If your team's owned by virtual Michael Jordan, Pixel Car Racing Team is owned by virtual David Robinson. Because David Robinson was in the Navy. A Ford GTE would destroy your ass on the straights here. I disagree. I think a Ford GTE would not destroy my ass. I think a Ford GTE would be stuck and broken and depreciated, and it wouldn't be good. And also the Corvette would beat it. And also they would give me a Corvette. And also there was a dog there, and I got to pet the dog, and now me and the dog are friends.
Down to P42 currently.
So I'm not really focused on speed here. The setup has a little bit extra wing dialed into it to give it some stability. I could trim it out a little bit more, but I also don't want it to be too insane in the corners. So I'm going to be taking it pretty easy with the setup. I've been very much kind of like gentleman driving. Ah! See, you don't get that curb. Don't get that much curb. That'll happen. You can't cut that corner that tight. You have to be really deliberate with your swing out. So like here, I'll show you. Yeah, I cut it way too narrow. And then the TC grabbed it, and then it just spun and wrecked. Not good.
Limiter on.
When you banged on your knee, you go, ouchie? But no, like I was saying, I was struggling with this car for the longest time.
We're down to position 43 now.
Not struggling, but I never got quite comfortable. But now I'm really starting to get it. This car is very much like the Porsche 911 GT3 car that I used to race. Whoop! I said that, and then I spun it on the on the warm-up lap.
Limiter.
But no, like learning this car. When I first drove it, I knew I was close to it. Because the Porsche gave me such a baseline on how to start driving this thing. Because with a rear-engine car,
You're down in P44 now.
compared to I'm trying to equate this to you 2311 people who might not race sports cars all that much. With a rear engine or like this is a mid-engine car, right? So your engine is behind the driver in front of the rear axle. So it's a mid-engine car. So your weight distribution is different than it is in a stock car. Your stock car is a front engine, rear wheel drive car. pretty straightforward. It's a little bit different now with the transaxle and the next gen. The weight is a little bit more distributed, but back in the day, if we're talking like the Gen 6, that car was very front heavy. So the rear would swing out on you, and you'd have to, you know, you'd have to be mindful of your rear and all that. But now, like driving a mid-engine or a rear engine in the case of the Porsche 911 sports car, you have to be mindful of how your weight pivots. I didn't really learn weight transfer in a race car until I started racing touring cars. I just raced TCRs, which is front engine, front wheel drive. So it's so imperative that you learn how weight distribution works in that, because you needed the weight to pitch on the front so that you could actually get weight in the tires on the front end so that you could actually make corners. And that was where I started to unlock, oh, this is how weight transfer works. I didn't understand how weight transfer worked in a car until like 5 years ago. And now, understanding how the weight transfers is vital to understanding how to drive these things. But with it being a rear engine, rear wheel drive car, or mid-engine front rear wheel drive, I know that I don't have the ability to catch it like you do in a front engine car. So you have to keep the car relatively pointed and keep it pretty predictable, or else you're going to have a bad time. You can't just swing out the rear and keep it loose or whatever. These cars don't do that. You can do it in a front engine car. You drive the BMW GT3 car, which is the M4 or the M8, or no, it's the it's the M4, BMW M4 GT3. You drive the Merc, you drive the Mustang. You can kick the rear end out. You can have fun with it. You can, you know, look like you're in a Jay-Z video, like, you know, that Jay-Z video where they chopped up the Rolls Royce. You can do that with it, but like with the mid-engine GT3 like this, the Audi, the Lambo, the Ferrari, the McLaren that we're going to be getting in the next build, stuff like that, you can't do that because your weight is so at the rear.
Next race in 5 minutes. 81
It pendulums the car, right? So like it'll just keep the car moving in that way that it doesn't allow you to just kind of catch it, because that weight is like a runaway train. After it gets swung out, it's screwed. However, the way that, so like GT3s can make lap time in different ways. It's awesome how they make different lap time. In the Corvette, I have an advantage over front wheel drive cars in getting back to the throttle quicker, because I'm a mid-engine car. I can get to the throttle quicker than a Mustang. I can get to the throttle quicker than than like the Mustang or the BMW or the Merc, or if we had it, the Lexus, because the rear will lurch, and that'll allow the contact patch to be larger, and if you gun it, it rotates the car quicker. In a front engine car, however, you're a lot quicker entering the corner, because you can get that car to point to the apex a lot easier than you can in a mid or rear engine car. So each car has its benefit per track. You know the old saying, horses for courses. It's not like a stock car where like a Chevy will run the same as a Ford, as a Toyota. You have to be tactical with your car choice, because it does allow you, like, it does mean that, you know, if a car is low on top end speed, it's not going to be good here, or it's going to be at a disadvantage here. But when it comes to like you know, the level of GT3 that we run, like my skill level, just run the car you like. Or you can just always run the Ford because it's the best. Mods, can you please take care of that? Thank you. Appreciate it. Mods, they said the F word. No, not fuck. No, not that other one. Nope. I would race the Ford. I would legitimately race the Ford Mustang. I just don't... I just, given the choice, I would prefer the GT... Like, I would prefer the Corvette or the Porsche, but I would totally race the Ford Mustang if somebody wanted to race it. Whoever did that, you're lame, get a job. What? What? I'm so confused. No, they weren't mean to me. No. It's a joke. It's a joke. You see, my friend Slowbird and I are good friends. Like, we're good friends. So, I am a hardcore Chevrolet person, and I've been on the record as saying that. Lilac here is heavy Ford fan. Like, very big Ford fan. Like, her name is Slowbird as a reference to the fucking Ford Thunderbird of the 80s. Like Lilac is like hardcore about the Ford. Ryan! No! Ryan, we're gonna lose our Chevy deal if you keep saying Ford. No, we're good. We're fine. But no, I'm a big Chevy person. Lilac's a big Ford person. We're good friends. We're very good friends. But we jokingly go after one another about Ford, and to the point where, like, Lilac and I will make up hypothetical scenarios where we are gifted various Ford or Chevrolet supercars. I'm hating all this Ford talk right now, to be honest with you all. Okay? I'm feeling like I'm being attacked right now.
49 minutes to go this session.
How come it's never Go Chevrolet Go? How come it's never Heartbeat of America Chevrolet? Oh, fuck, I have to read that. God damn it. He did redeem that. Okay. The all-new Ford F1D50. Built Ford Tough. What's a Corvette? God damn it, that hurt. That hurt. That was just mean. Why am I actually doing it? Because I have to... You redeemed 1,500 points. I have to read the damn thing. We ordered the damn shit. So I have 7,500 of those. Yeah, and you can only redeem once an hour, so good luck. And I'm going to be done streaming in less than an hour. Dee loves Ford. She just can't admit it. Wow. Oh god, this is bad. This is getting ugly. This is getting ugly. I'm gonna put this chat in slow mode at this point. Seriously. I'm gonna have to go into shield mode real quick. Protect myself. So 40 minutes. We will have to pit once. But it should be a lot of fun here. We don't take tires at the pit stop though, because you in
these short GT3 races, they limit the fuel in the car. So because they limit the fuel in the car, a
Fresh
tire
car.
change to change all 4 tires would take longer than the fuel drop. So how long to get the fuel in the car? So we actually don't take tires at the pit stop. So it's just a fuel only stop. It's done like that so that, you know, strategy still comes into play. So we're going to be big about making sure we keep the car without changing tires. So come on, Pops. I feel like y'all are just having a conversation there, and I'm just letting y'all have fun. I don't know what the hell's going on there. I just look over and y'all are like deep cutting references to 2311 shit. I'm like, they're just having fun. They're just having a rip on a Tuesday night. I'm cool with that. We have your little game going on in chat. Yeah, exactly. No. Keep going. We're giving you some engagement. How dare us give you engagement, D? How dare we have content filling up the box over your head? Those average chat messages. Yep. The analytics. The analytics look really good on the channel. We're really, you know, we're going to create the stream in the aggregate.
Practice is completed.
It's going to be really weird because we had somebody join right when the stream started tonight and gift out like 6 subs. So, actually 7
SOF
subs.
is
So,
1,505.
yeah, that
Welcome
was
to
pretty
Epcot
wild.
Lake in USA. 2 connected. 7.6
Tonight's been a really
This is
weird
split
stream,
4 of 5.
honestly. It's been like really
This
lit.
is 2 laps and 8 minutes. Good luck out there.
You have an admirer there? I think so.
Hit limiter.
They kept saying like God bless them, they were really nice and really sweet, and they gifted out like 7 subs, but like they were also like, oh, I found you on the front page, I'm so happy I found you, and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. Please don't murder me. Sorry, Arctic, if you're watching the archive, or if you're still watching now, I hope all is good. Maybe people just really popped in because they wanted to discuss the Richmond finish. But I always find it funny. I love I love that every week I start the TNI stream and I'm like, what if I do, like, we're gonna talk about the actual NASCAR or the actual real world racing that happened this week, and we never talk about it. We never do. We did a little bit at the start of the stream, but like it never is like a topic that like dominates the whole show or stream. I like to talk real world racing, but the truth of the matter is a good chunk of my audience probably doesn't actually watch racing. So, you know, like it's not exactly something they do, right? So all right, let's qualify at Road America. Who have cranking the Mustang?
Green light.
Who up sampling their Mustang? That's an IMSA reference for anybody who cares. I always love that there's an IMSA sponsor called Mustang Sampling, and they're exclusively on like Porsches. Because it has nothing to do with Ford. It's a fuel rig measuring company.
Alright, gotta have full commitment here. Woo! This ain't no prototype. It don't have that downforce. That's full commitment into the kink. One of the scariest corners in North American motorsport. I remember asking Ryan Lewis, who raced in IMSA and has ran the Rolex 24. He gave me some coaching once. Back when I was operating a league, he offered to give me some free coaching, which was fucking mind-blowing to get. Learning how to drive an LMP2 from an actual LMP2 driver is pretty wild. And he went through the kink and he told me that's the sketchiest corner. Like, you do not want that thing to step out through there. It's scary as hell. I'm like, I believe it. He also told me a fun story that the Rolex is actually boring if you drive an LMP2. Because at night, because they require all the teams to run the highest downforce package to try and make the GTPs look good. And so he was like, yeah, I was like bored going through the infield. like he's like, I'm in the Rolex and I'm like bored as shit because like the car's just so planted and it's so like the temps are so cold that like you can't really do anything. He was just like bored through the infield at Daytona. He's like, yeah, you can't really like on the banking. It's like, yeah, this is easy. Ho hum. I missed that corner. It's good, people. I haven't really talked to him since I came out, so I don't really... I don't really... It's funny, like... I think I talked to him once since I came out. It's kind of tough, though, because, like... After coming out, it's kind of tough to, like, figure out... Like, there's some people that are, like, still touch base with you and stuff, which is great. Shout out John Wood, Wood Brothers president. Or there's people who don't even acknowledge you ever existing. I'm not going to name names, but that hurt. But, you know, it is what it is. John Wood does own a giant metal rooster. John Wood... I'm telling you, I hate Ford. I'm serious when I say I do not like Ford. I've said, I'll wait till the ad's over, but I have a really good John Wood story for you.
1 second down from your best lap.
John's great people. I mean that. Great people.
That's the end of
Great people, and I'm looking forward to the Wood Brothers actually being competitive next year. It'll be nice, but yeah. My John Wood story is pretty good. So my John Wood story is kind of funny. John used to race in the league that I used to operate. He would race in our league. And I always made a point of telling everybody, I was like, don't bring attention to the fact that it's John. Like, just let him be John. Like, just treat him like anybody else. He's treated equally. We're not going to bring attention to his past or anything. And everybody was really good. Everybody kind of understood it. And John was just able to be John. Like, he was just able to be himself, which was great. And I remember meeting up with him at a race once. We were in the garage area at Watkins Glen. And I remember him turning to me at one point in the middle of the garage area on a race day. I'm sights and sounds and everything. I got hot passes. I'm in the garage. I'm looking at cars firing up, all this.
Get after them out there. Positive iRating gain starts at P15.
And I'm sitting there and John just goes
100 seconds.
First of all, John's leaning on a stack of tires. I always love pointing out that part of the story. He's just leaning on a stack of tires.
This should be a one-stopper with earliest pit on lap 9.
And
you need 7.661
he's laying on a stack of tires, and he's just chilling. He's quiet. He's just he's just relaxing. He flew in the day of the race. He's like, yeah, I had breakfast and had a run. You know, it was good. He's just like kind of like leaning, kind of hiding behind the tires if he could. And he just turns to me and he goes, we got a truck series now. And I was
60
like,
seconds remaining.
yeah, we have a truck series now. And he's like, oh, what's the schedule? In the middle of the garage area at a NASCAR race, I'm having to tell John Wood about what's on the truck schedule. And I was just like, this is such a bizarre moment. Like, I think we go to Daytona. I think we go to Rockingham. I think Phoenix is on there. just telling story, like just telling him, like, oh, I'm kind of interested in that. That'd be cool.
30 seconds left.
But this was before we had the Ford in iRacing, the Ford truck on iRacing. Because believe it or not, for the longest time, we did not have the Ford F-150 on iRacing. Kind of weird. Never had it until like 2019.
15 seconds remaining. Grid done.
Pace car about to go.
All right. It was just the Chevy until like 2013, and then we got the Toyota.
Pace car on the roll.
And then we had the Chevy and Toyota for like 5 years, and then we finally got the Ford. So, but now, of course, they have all three, so it's a moot point until we get Honda into the Cup Series when they take over Trackhouse. Just you wait. Gonna happen. Andretti and Spire are gonna get together and field Hondas. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Okay, 40 minutes. Oh shoot! Let me flip that ticker over to time. There we go. Ticker will start displaying time because this is a timed race. This is 40 minutes, not laps. Hey, so for you stock car people, remember how Chicago ended at a time and they had a clock? That's how most sports car races are. All right, there you go. Your dad told me that your dad told you that Honda said they would run NASCAR if they could make a V6. Can't confirm the legitimacy. Yes, they would only run a V6. However, you may not realize this, but NASCAR owns a sports car property known as the International Motorsports Association, IMSA. And in IMSA, they use torque sensors on the rear axles to determine how much horsepower is in the car, how much power is going to the rear wheels, and they can balance the performance of the cars so that they all are relatively equal. Well, you might be going, well, that's interesting, but what's that got to do with stock car racing? At Richmond in the spring, they put a torque sensor on the back of Truex's car, and they said, we're just testing it. And I'm like, I think you're trying to see if you could do it and BOP some cars. So, see you, Shane. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for all y'all popping in tonight. Good luck with work tomorrow. Yeah, I won a 6-car rookie rallycross race. The top 3 wrecked, and then the car behind me took the Joker on the opening lap. Oh, a dub's a dub. Thank you. Appreciate it. We don't win very much. I like this livery on this Porsche in front of me. It's actually pretty dope looking. Okay, 40 minutes on the clock. Wrapping up tonight. We've got the sunset. Nice Wisconsin sunset. No, it's Porsche stripes. All right, let's rock and roll here. I might shut up for a little bit, chat, just to get into the rhythm of things, and then once we're strung out, there's long enough straightaways here that we'll be fairly
Pit star
talkative.
enters the pit. Green, green, green.
Okay. Looks like we're gonna avoid some chaos in turn 1 being this far back, which is good.
Your position 20.
Actually, a very clean turn 1. I'm telling you, turn 1s are getting better. People are getting better at this.
Left front. On left forward. Still there.
Kind of crowding me. Couldn't
Still
really
there.
get the gain that I wanted to. That is a pretty livery on that Porsche, actually. That's a really good looking car.
Still there. We're clear.
Position 21.
Ended up losing a spot and all that.
Left rear. Still there.
Geez, we're losing another
Left side
spot.
front. Clear.
Position 22 currently.
Left forward. Clear. Left behind. Still there.
Jesus.
Still there. Still there. Still there.
Oh, contact.
And
Oh,
left rear.
E23.
I think the car got a little damage there. Yeah, we got damage on the rear. I don't think it's wheel damage. I think it's just structural a little bit.
Position 22.
Might affect us through the... Oh, yeah, the toe's knocked out of it. That's straight.
Clear.
Fuck. Well, we had good luck for one race.
Caught by the can is now at the front.
Going right rear. Right behind.
I don't know why I'm getting so
Still there.
shafted
It's clear.
here.
Right rear. Still there. Still there.
I can't be this off the pace.
E24.
We're gonna stay out here. I'm gonna pit at the beginning of the pit window. And not a minute earlier.
Your position 23.
Car definitely has damage, and we're not gonna be able to get it fixed because pit stop. Oh, fucking rear end. Yeah. Not good. Yeah, we're getting... Oh, we got wheel damage, too. Well, I mean, it's crabbing, so...
Look out.
Position 22 now.
Yellow is clear.
Having to drive this car with wheel damage is not exactly an easy thing to do. It's also not going to lead to a very good finish. The kink is absolutely not going to be a full throttle corner. Actually, it wasn't bad considering.
Number 9 in front is boxing after 1 lap.
I don't know, can you make it from here? It was way fucking early. 11
Best
laps.
time, 2 minutes 10.06. Well done.
It's 22
21.
minutes. No, yeah, you can't make it from here.
Interval in front 3.8. Next position will lose you 33 rating. Estimated rating will be 1,345.
We will never hit 1500 sports car. We will never hit it. It will never happen. It is an aberration. It will never occur. Yeah, we're still running. Ah, fuck. That's wheel. That's the wheel damage. Yeah, and we got hit.
Next position may lose you about 61 rating points. Back to P25.
Yeah. I think we'll just pit and get the damage fixed and just use it as reconnaissance. Yeah, the car's really fucking broken. I think when we got hit after that, the rear got fucked up again, and yeah, we just got ran over. I just got dummied by like the whole field on the opening lap, and I have no idea why. I was not that bad in qualifying. Like, I don't understand why we were so out to lunch, you know? Like, it didn't make any sense, so... We'll come in, we'll get it fixed. We're gonna be way off the pace, but... we'll try and roll around and salvage whatever SR we're gonna lose here.
12 seconds ahead.
But... it'd be like that.
Next position may lose us 54 rating points. Limiter engaged. We will do petrol to go with windscreen.
We'll go ahead and get the damage fixed and have to redo this, which is kind of a bummer, but
10, 9, 8,
gonna lose some
7,
serious SR tonight, but
5, 4,
or iRating,
3,
but whatever. Let it be what it be.
parked.
Repairing optional parts.
Oh, it's not
1
that
minute,
bad. It's
50
only a minute.
seconds left.
It's like we'll go 2 laps down, which whatever. We're probably gonna go that anyways, so may as well just get it fixed and have something to drive. That's not terrible to drive. I think the crappy
1 minute,
part
30
is I think
seconds
we're
optional
still
left.
gonna have to pit again. So we'll have to come back in again for a splash. There's no engine maps in this, I don't think, right? I don't think... no, there's no engine maps in GT3s, so... we'll just get the damage fixed. It's fine. This is learning. We'll just learn more. So...
60 seconds optional left.
even if we're out on our own island, that's fine. Okay. Not too broken up about it. Besides, more people are going to wreck out, and then we'll steal their spots. So, can only really go up from here.
30 optional left.
Yeah, we'll catch on to the back of the field. We're going to be on our own, so... which is good. It's what we want, right? So... just kind of... be on our own out here and do what we can.
15 seconds optional left. 10 seconds optional left.
Okay.
5 optional left. Pit limiter engaged.
Alright. Okay. Well, it sucks that we wrecked, but it's fine.
Next position will lose you 61 rating. You're moving down to P25 currently.
Actually lost the spot at the moment. Yeah, car's fine now. So, whatever. It's it's reconnaissance. It's more learning. Any little bit, you know, any little bit more that we get to drive the port, or I almost called it everything, but it was. Every little bit that we get to learn the Corvette more is beneficial, so. Marathon, not a sprint when it comes to learning this car, so. I'm just dumbfounded why I was getting eaten alive so badly on the opening lap. I felt like everybody had my number on the opening lap, and I just could not figure it out. Yeah, it's driving really good now. Slight problem. We're a lap and a half down. I bet it makes the kink full throttle. Yep. That's a bummer. Oh well. Hey, we're gonna get a spot. Somebody had to tow, so that's one there. We're up 23rd, 24th? 24th.
All right, P24 now. Next position will lose about 54 rating. Estimated rating 1,324. Projecting P23 at the end. Good stuff. D. P23 currently. Down in P24 now. Next position may lose us 54 rating. Next position may lose us about 54 rating points.
We're gaining a ton of time on somebody, so. Yep. Running times on par with those who we were racing with before. So I really wish we didn't have that contact, because we would have been pretty good. Unfortunately, we had that contact. That's okay. I'm not, like, look, there's probably some of you watching this that are like, I can't believe D doesn't get that pissed whenever they get wrecked on lap 1. like that, or in that situation, like, why doesn't D get madder? Honestly, I kind of expect it. So I mentally prepare myself for it happening. Now, if I get, like, completely cleaned out, I get completely cleaned out. That was just weird circumstantial. Ferrari runs into the back of me, knocks the rear out, and basically ends my night before it even began in this race. But, like, I don't beat myself up over it because it's just not worth beating myself up over a random 10 p.m. GT3 Open. Like, it's just not... It's not exactly, like, something that's gonna, you know, dictate my life. These are my throwaway races. Like, when I do NIS, I take that fairly seriously. When I do IMSA Endurance with Ryan, I take that fairly seriously because it's Ryan and I. I'm with the teammate. I keep myself accountable because I feel like I have the obligation to keep myself accountable for my teammate Ryan.
Honey, you're in the pit window now. Optimum previous sector. There, 2 minutes 8.1.
But you know, I don't beat myself up over these races because it's just not worth beating yourself up over it. Most people forget them after 15 minutes after you're done. I forget them like the minute that I'm done. Why? Because there's another one 2 hours from now. So, like, there's no ill will there. Now, if I have a bad night and all 3 of them are bad, like, every race I do on stream is bad, we get wrecked all the time, like, that's bad. But, like, you know, had a pretty okay Michigan race where we recovered halfway okay. We won a rallycross race tonight, so can't complain. Had a pretty good night. Get to learn more Corvette. Anytime I get to drive the Corvette is a good night. Yes, I know I could just do it every night if I wanted to, and then every night would be a good night, but it's funner to do it on stream with all y'all, to be honest with you.
We're looking at AC21 with this pace. Improving E22.
I'm not gonna pit for that splash of fuel unless I absolutely positively have to. If I don't have to, I'm not going to.
22 minutes left in this session.
minutes. I have 9.7 left. It's gonna be close.
Well done, ma'am. E21. Next position may lose 33 rating points.
I think we're gonna be okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna be alright. If not, we're gonna probably cough on the final lap, and if that's the case, that's fine, because we're a lap down anyways, so we're probably not gonna pass anybody. Gonna gain another spot. We're into the top 20. So, hey, this is why you never give up. You just keep plugging away. You might steal some spots from some people.
Further laps remaining.
Oh, I think there's another car that's broken here in front of us.
Track clear.
Yeah, he looks either broken or he just had a really aggressive off.
Previous sector
I'm not entirely sure what this guy's deal is here.
Stewart 1 lap ahead. Good job. Up to P20 currently.
Up to 20th.
Rugg's position will lose us about 26 rating points.
Minimizing the bleeding a little bit.
Chad Stewart, in car 13 ahead of you, has lost 20.981 on the previous lap, averaging 0.98 gallons.
Gonna get lapped here, or gonna have a car with blue flags when they come up on me at some point. We'll probably just let them go. Don't want to give us more strife, so it just makes more sense to just let them go. The shade bars that were not broken, we're having a pretty good finish. Let it be like that. Tell you what, I have not had a workout like this in a long time. Oh shit, ran wide, ran wide, ran wide. Hung on to it. Oh my god, that's scary. Ran wide at the kink and lived to tell the tale. That was scary. Whole mess of people pitting this lap, so this must be halfway. Yeah, we're past the halfway point. There's 15 minutes left, so I think we can make it to the end. Oh no. Well, 7 laps, that's 14 minutes, 15:21. Nah, we're not gonna make it. We're gonna be 1 lap short, I think. Damn it, if I could have just gutted it out 1 extra lap, we would have been on strategy anyways, but oh well. We'll pit, we'll just pit and splash it. We're gonna lose 1 spot. It's fine. Might even make up the difference. Someone else might wreck later. That's okay. Literally gonna have to come in just for a quick splash of fuel and that's it. Always hate to do it, but don't have a choice, gotta do it. Yeah, we'll get that out of the way now.
Hit limiter enabled. Hitting to do gas alarm tier off. Limiter. Raw takes P1.
Literally just coming in for a splash. Just it's gonna knock us out of the cycle too. It'll give us clean air, but it is a bummer. But I wasn't gonna be able to drive that thing another lap when I pitted earlier, so this will literally be a splash.
Okay, done.
And we're gone. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. Real bummer. Gonna lose a spot that way, but
Next position may lose about 33 rating.
it's okay.
Position 21 currently.
Some of these guys are gonna wreck again, and then we'll get basically the difference as to what we lost already. So like I said though, we were not gonna be able to make it to the end. So just come in, get the tire, get the fuel, don't even chance it. Do what we can to pull out the finish we needed.
Mickey and now lead.
Ten and a half minutes to go. I can feel it. I can feel the fact that I've been streaming for almost 3.5 hours. It's been a physical one tonight. Had to really work for it tonight, so. Ah, fuck, ran wide. Okay, gotta be a little careful, because in 4X will give us a drive-through now at this point. So, we do have to be a little bit more mindful. Should be fine on safety rating. We're not gonna take... I don't think we're gonna take too big a hit because we are continuing to run, but we will probably take some sort of hit, but not a big hit. But whatever. The grind to 1500 will continue. My goal this official season was to not just learn the Corvette, but was to get to 1500 sports car iRating, and I hate to say it, I don't think we're gonna hit our goal because I don't think it's gonna happen unless we suddenly go on an amazing heater of GT3 races and do a lot of them. I just do not see us getting over that hump. We just don't have pace in them. And we have fun with them and we drive them. I like racing them, but I just don't have the pace in it quite yet. So we're gonna have to probably have to move our goals to 2024 season 4. But hey, progress isn't linear, right? So
Target burn 3.8, say 0.11 gallons. Lap sector quicker.
chat, I'm gonna have a TMI moment for you. Don't want to hear it. Feel free to mute the stream for about 30 seconds. I decided to get the bright idea tonight to have Taco Bell for dinner. And yeah. How long is this race? 6.5 minutes to go? Yeah, I really wish it was 4. Let's put it that way.
Previous lap, 2 minutes, 9.9 tenths.
We'll be alright. It's fine. We'll be okay. It's just it's really hot in this room too, and that's not helping things. Five laps of fuel with 5 minutes to go. Fuck, we probably could have actually made... Nah, we probably couldn't have. Nah, because we would have had 3 laps of... Yeah, we would have never made it. I don't know why I keep trying to retroactively gaslight myself into, no, you could have made it. No, the math adds up. We would have not made it. Besides, it's not like it's going to matter. We're going to finish like 21st anyways. So, at this point, I don't think, even if everybody wrecks out with about 2 minutes to go, we're not going to pass them, so... Yeah, like 2.5 laps to go, maybe 2 to go.
About 1.1. Few laps to go. 3.2 next time around.
Might get the white next time by. I mean, any extra bit of running is good for us in, Oh shit. Guy we're chasing after just wrecked. Well, he might be broke. And I ain't got it going again. Damn. Got dirt there. Yeah, it is a bummer, but we I firmly got this car now. I I kind of starting to figure out in earnest how to really get this thing. Things are starting to unlock with me with the...
Timothy J. Ball in car 10 ahead of you has lost 18.1 on previous.
Oh shit, we're gonna gain a spot. We're gonna gain that spot that we would have lost with the stop because that guy just wrecked out and left. So basically it's gonna even out to where we would have been if we would have stayed out an extra lap. So we gained the spot, which is good. It's gonna save us a little bit of strife there, but it does mean that we do have to run 2 more laps, which sucks, but we did work out, it did work out to getting us P20. Not sexy at all, but that's fine by me. Leader must have taken the white there, so we're probably running 1 more after this. Fuel light. There's a fuel acknowledge button that would clear that alarm, and I really ought to find that. Because the fuel light is pretty distracting in this car.
White this time.
All right, one more lap to go.
Previous lap was a 2 minutes 8.7.
Don't think we can gain anything. Don't think we can lose anything. This is literally just for the love of the game. I like to think of that. Why are we running these laps? Why are we even still running this race when we were wrecked out on lap 1 and there was no point in really continuing this, and it doesn't really make for the most riveting, interesting things for you to watch? Well, we're doing it because we're doing it for the love of the game. Around Canada Corner, final time. Around the Billy Mitchell Bend. Whoop. Around the Billy Mitchell Bend here. Aimed at your video game player of the century, Billy Mitchell. And final corner. Not going to gain more. We will finish P20. Which is not great, but it's not terrible either. Oh, you ran out of fuel. Darn.
Blue flag.
I'm disappointed.
sucks.
That's P20.
Oh well. It happens. Sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. That one was not the best for us. We got
We
kind
come
of
home with
bullied.
1.22 gallons. Live to fight another day, I guess, honey. We finished down 1 place in P20.
We kind of got bullied a little bit there, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. Car looks good though. Car looks great. So, okay, that'll do it for us on TNI tonight. Thank you everybody for watching tonight. I hope y'all had fun. We had, man, tonight was wild. We did 3 races. We got a bunch of subs, gifted subs, and whew, I'm beat. We won a race tonight. It was a lot. I'm worn out. We did a lot tonight, so I'm gonna send you all over to Mr. Cool. Let's see if anybody else is streaming here. Yeah, I'll send you to Mr. Cool. He's playing Forza Horizon, a little game called Forza Horizon. I'm not putting the ears on. Stop asking me to put the ears on. The ears are not going on. Forza Horizon. I think it's the original. Yeah. If you like the car stuff, here's more car stuff. And I'll be back on Thursday for NIS at Michigan. Hopefully you'll be able to join me for that. But for now, go see what the Ice Cube's up to. He's playing Forza Horizon. He's currently drifting around a Gallardo. So
Some race result stats for you. You moved back 33 ratings to 1,345.
Expected.
Safety rating decrease 0.28. Your new lower safety rating 2.45.
really? Come on. That's way too much. Anyways. All right. Let's go see what Cube's up to. Bye, everybody.